Now, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, you can hear me now? You hear me? Ooh, okay. Can you see me? Can you see? I assume you can see me. Oh, you can hear me now? You hear me? I hear me now. Okay. Can you see me? I know there's an echo. I know there's an echo. Okay. Is the echo gone? Okay. The echo gone? I guess I have to talk for you to tell if the echo's gone. Okay. So is anything wrong right now? Anything at all? It's perfect. You can, no echo. Everything's good. We're good. Woohoo! All right. So what I wanted to do, and first I have to say that this is the first time I've done this, and this is incredibly, incredibly creepy because I'm sitting here in a room talking to myself, and I've only ever done this when someone else is up here, which, by the way, if you want to come up here, let me know. I don't know how to do that actually, but I'll figure it out. But this is incredibly creepy because I'm in a room by myself talking, and it's incredibly creepy. So, okay, so let me do, I'm going to put a link if I can figure it out, and then we will start talking. So there's a share and an invite. Share, no, invite. Okay, I figured it out. That was easy. All right, so if anyone wants to come up, yes, it is super, super weird. And it's super weird because no one else is here. Like usually someone else is here, so I can hear them. Like I can't hear anybody right now. I just hear me, and it's creepy. So first, thanks everybody for coming. So I don't know if I should be one of those people who says hi individually to people because you can't say hi to everyone. So sometimes I think that's kind of annoying. But hello, everybody. Crystal, Monica, Rocco, Italian Girl, Little Chickadee, Unseen, Tara, Tavern, September, Eliza, Real Gigi, Italian, Rocco, Eliza, Lynn, September, Eliza. Okay, please don't. I got to please don't, so I'll shut up. All right, so I kind of wanted to talk about what's going on because I think that a lot of us think it's annoying. And I don't think that the people who are the annoying people really know that we think that they are annoying as they are. So what do we do about it? I don't know. I mean, I guess we have to talk about it as much as they talk about it themselves. Because unless we have our voices heard, I think they just think it's normal because they do think it's normal and it's weird. Like I saw last night, and I'm not going to name names or anything, but someone asked someone if they knew a person. Just, do you know this person? And then that person happened to be somebody involved in a medical issue with them. So then suddenly it turned into, how dare you? You are bringing up my medical issues, and word on the street is now you're putting out my medical records. So it went from, do you know this person, to, hey, that person is putting out my medical records and doxing me. Like, no, that like so far from where it went. But then that's the narrative and that's what goes. So I think we need to stop that. I mean, we need to tell everybody, like, when we see a wrong narrative, I think you kind of have to say it. I'm reading chat. Oh, you love my hair. Oh, wait, your hair fell out. What? Oh, you know what? My grandmother's, hers fell out, but it came back better. But it will come out, and it, oh, sorry. I think I hid something here. So, it usually eventually comes back better. I think I've heard. I'm not just, my grandmother's did. Oh, hey, oh, Shalama. I know who you are. Are you going to come up here? Bish. Hey, real Gigi. Are you going to come up here? I tried to wake you up, you bum. Oh, I highlighted a comment. I figured out how I did that. See, I'm learning so many things. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is actually kind of fun, even though it's really creepy. Well, I used to have really, really thick hair. My hair isn't as thick as it used to be when I was 20. I mean, it all comes with aging. But when you're older, you don't have to listen to anybody. Yeah, the back and forth is draining. Yeah, it's interesting because, hey, Betty Boop, it's interesting because if you notice, it's true that when, I don't know why chat stopped here on me for this one. If you notice, when people do drama, the number of people goes up. You haven't heard about this new drama? Yeah, it doesn't go on often. It's really hard to find people who do drama, but it's out there. You can find it. But it's like for the creator, I think it's like the Jedi mind trick. It's like, they're doing it. And suddenly when they do the bad thing, it's like, what do you call it with kids? When they do something bad to get attention. Oh, shoot. You call it something. I can't remember. Hey, profiling manipulation. That is an awesome fucking name, I have to say. But it's not redirected aggression. That's with cats. What's it called when a kid like acts out to get attention, but it's bad attention? It's called something. But anyway, so it's like if you're the creator and you're there and you notice that you're getting more likes, more views, more subs when you do this shitty work, you kind of maybe want to do the shitty work because it's getting you somewhere, even though it's shitty. And if you don't mind the immoralness of being shitty, then why not do it? I mean, personally, for me, I wouldn't do it. Oh, Heather, were you having surgery today or tomorrow? Negative reinforcement? No, it's not negative reinforcement. There's a name for it when like a kid will like yell at you or act bad and they get punished, but at least they're getting attention. Negative attention, maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. Heather, how are you doing? I know you're. Oh, yeah. Everything that ever happens in life is the tavern. If you trip and fall, it's the tavern. If you get hit by a car, it's the tavern. If a bird poops on your head, it's the tavern. Oh, postpone. Oh, I remember hearing about that, Heather. Okay, I remember that. Well, I hope that gets done soon. So it's never fun waiting for stuff like that. But for me, when I came here, I came here originally because of the Bullhorn Betty Crude AF thing. And, I just kind of came here to do a purpose. I had no intention of ever really doing videos. I started on Twitter. And someone said they thought that I might be aligned with Bullhorn Betty. So they're like, can you do a video so we can hear your voice to make sure you're not Bullhorn Betty? So I did a video. And then I just did another video talking about Bullhorn Betty. And then I just liked it. So I never had any intention of coming on here. So a lot of people say, I don't care about likes and subs and blah, blah. But I really don't. I really, really don't. I'm just here to have fun. I don't care if there are 100 people here or if there are 2 people here. If the 2 people are having fun, like, great. I would rather have 2 people who like it than 100 people who could care less, So, like for me, if me doing some trash was getting me further, in the YouTube world, I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't be proud of that work. Like I want to be proud of my work. And I don't, if I had all videos that were just bullying people and hate and yelling and screaming, I wouldn't do it. I mean, that's just not me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but that's just not me. But I think if you don't really care about that and hey, Kim in Colorado, and you're getting like better stuff doing that, then why not do it? Why not do it? You kind of become like, almost like an actress where you're just acting a part. And I don't know. Maybe they like disassociate from their real person, because I don't really know how people can be that mean to each other. Yeah, like look at everything that went on. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna like say names, but how horrible is all that? Like, how horrible is all that? Like, the tavern, you guys are real people. You know, you're real people. Like Monica, the tavern, Tammy, you guys, Tara, like, you guys are all real human beings. You know, Kim, like, you're real human beings, you know? Poor mother that lost 3 of her children to... Yeah. Oh my God. Her son killed... Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, you know, there's fun little poking, you know, like, you know, I do roast. I don't say anybody's ugly or fat, or, you know, I poke fun at your actions, but, you know, to sit there and belittle someone or dox them, I mean, there's a point where it goes wrong. Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but sorry, this is my breakfast. I'm hungry. It was like 114 here yesterday. It was freaking miserable. Like 114. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Oh yeah, live chat. Yeah, like, when is the end? When is the end? It's like a kid knitting. Wait, what was that? It's like, oh, I got the wrong mouse. It's like a kid. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. Whose dartboard is broken? What? Like, come. You actually changed your name. I remember when you changed your name to Come Face. That was horrible. But I mean, you guys are like real people, and, you know, like, not everyone cares. I did get the emergency alert to conserve. You know, we haven't really had many rolling blackouts, but, you know, we're all like, we have a generator. We're always prepared for it. I mean, like, with all the fires, I mean, there was one fire where, I mean, we didn't evacuate. We stayed here, and it was like 15 days or something. Like, imagine. So the town evacuated. So the town goes, and I know I'm totally getting sidetracked, but so everybody's seen the zombie movies, right? How, like, no one's in the town. It's like houses are anywhere. You know what? I noticed that one person who used to spell liar incorrectly used it the other day, and they spelled it correctly. So in the big scope of the world, I have done something. I have taught someone to spell better. So my work here is done. I may die in peace, right? Yeah, all the tragedy, like this made me mad, and it has nothing to do with Karen. But when she was saying, like, you know, I'm going to be like a wildfire worse than the wildfires in California, it's like, okay, like, me, Heather, SoCal mom, like, we've all lived through these fires, and they're not fun. Like, the whole town evacuated, and my family, we stayed, and we were up here for like 15 days, no power, and we're on a well. So when there's no power, we have no water. Okay. And we're getting it, but we don't have a generator to power the well when we have nothing. So we had no water for 15 days. So we had bottled water. People would bring it into us. I mean, when we stay, like, we help with people leave their pets and like their chickens and their gardens and stuff. And CAL FIRE uses our house as like a lookout spot, because we're on top of like a mountain. So you can, you know, pretty much see 360, and it is frightening. I'll show you some pictures. I mean, it was like right there. I mean, you can freaking see it. You know, it's kind of terrifying. I tell my kids there's a difference between being scared and afraid, because when you're scared, you get stupid and you lose your mind and you do dumb stuff. But when you're afraid, that natural fear makes you be on point and do better. So it's okay to be afraid, but don't be scared, you know, kind of thing. But we were here for 15 days, and, you know, there at one point there was a fire maybe 100 feet from our house, and we saw it erupt. And my husband called 911, who put him in touch with CAL FIRE, and had CAL FIRE not come and put the retardant on, our house would have burned down, and pretty much most of our town would have burned down. You know what? There's a place you can go to look at California fires. There's always at least 10 fires in California. There's always fires in California. Yeah. Oh, I love Michelle. You know what? You are not the first person who told me I look like Michelle Pfeiffer. I've gotten told that before. If you go to other channel and they blocked you. See, and the blocking thing is stupid, but I'm going to just continue with the fire and then I'll get to blocking. But we are here for 15 days, and it's you really evaluate your life at that point. Like when you're actually saying, what do I want to keep? Like if everything goes away in my life, what can I fit in a truck to keep? Like, look at this jewelry, look at this photo album, look at these material things. Are they important? Are they not important? Like when you're evaluating your life like that, the dumb, stupid, petty stuff, like you reevaluate, like it goes away. So I don't know, when Karen brought up the California wildfire, it really pointed to me, like you're talking about something that is a major hazard. Like there about, a mile from my house, there's a whole area of 3 streets, 50 houses all burnt down. The whole street all burnt down, except one side. It's crazy. It's like this side burnt, this side not. It's crazy. So, you evaluate your life, and some things just don't seem important anymore, like terrorizing people and creating drama and doxing people. It's like, I don't understand why this is so important to people, like why they get so invested in it. Yeah, wildfires are nothing to joke. You know what is the funniest part? So when everyone evacuates, the town really totally is like a zombie movie. Like we could have went to anyone's house and swam in their pool or walked in. I mean, they would have seen us on their Ring camera, but we could have probably broken into the store if we had to, and just afterwards said, just give us a bill to fix the door or whatever. But I mean, the weirdest thing is after about 3 or 4 days, the flies. There are tons of flies everywhere because of dead gardens and unfortunately animals that have not made it. But there are flies everywhere. We couldn't go outside. We would just run outside because the flies would come in. It was horrible. No one who's ever witnessed a wildfire. No. I mean, I remember the last one. A friend of mine called me. I gotta blow my nose. Sorry. Totally gross. But my friend called me, and it was 5 a.m, and she had called me 3 times, and I was like, bitch, stop. It's 5 a.m. And then finally she texted me, and I looked at the text, and it was there's a fire. So I walked down my hallway and I looked out the window, and I could just see red, everywhere coming right for me. And it's I just went back to my husband. I was like, there's a fire. Why don't you get on Facebook and see how bad it is? And I will check on the kids and start getting, candles and flashlights. And at this point, we're just calm about it. It's just it is what it is. We don't evacuate. We're one of those people, so, but those are scary things. And when you go through things like that, it's is this crap really important? Is this crap really important? No. Okay. So I'm going to see who's in here, and then we'll keep talking. All right. I should do live. This is very weird doing this. This is very weird. I can tell you. It's funny that, here I can see Kim, but I can't see you. Where? Is Tabby in here? I don't know. Tabby, are you in here? And just so you guys know, I have 3 mods, and they aren't going to block people, and they aren't going to hide comments, because I believe that people should be able to say what they have to say. And unless you're being a bigot, or you're racist, or you're being hateful, or you have porn, then you may talk. And I I don't believe in blocking anyone or doing anything like that. And I believe anyone can come here. Like, I don't care who comes here. Like, everyone, you know, like, let's be mature here. But, oh, there you go. Hey, Tabby, what's up? So the reason we stay is it's really funny because Cal Fire will, like, when the fire first starts, they will go around from house to house to house and like take account of which houses have people, which don't, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, they come to the door and they're always like, you know, they look at me and they're like, who's here? And I'm like, oh, it's me and my husband and my 2 kids. And people think like, oh my God, like, you must be the worst mother keeping your child on a hill with a fire. Like, aren't I horrible putting my children in danger? But the reason I stay is because for my one son, for him to leave, he has to make peace with the fact that he will come home to nothing. He has to make peace with that. And he can't do that. And the anxiety of doing that is worse than the anxiety of staying. And like I said, we live at the top of a mountain. We have a point where we're like, if it gets to here, we will leave, because that is really, you know, because they make you leave pretty early because there's only one road out of the town down the hill. So they don't want, you know, there to be traffic when there's a fire burning everywhere. So, you know, it's better for him to stay and only go at that last moment. So yeah, we have a hard fire break. We, you know, if it comes over the ridge, that's when we go. Sorry, my neck hurts. Although this last fire, it got on the ridge and it started coming over, and it was my turn to watch. And it was at 10 p.m. because we always have one person up at night. So at 10 p.m., it was my turn, and there were like embers, you know, it was like it was raining, little, like, you know, not embers, but just like ash. It was like raining ash. And then I could see the glow, and I saw it from like 10 p.m. to midnight, and I saw it come up to the ridge, and I saw it on top of the ridge. And like by 4 a.m., it was starting to come over the ridge, but the wind was blowing it that way. And I knew at about 6:30 the planes would come. And so I was like, you know, everyone's asleep. This is all on me. What do I do? You know, it's starting to come over the ridge. The planes will be here to stop it in about 2 hours. When do I go? Like, when do I go? Do I go now? Do I stay? Because once I go, I'm gone for a few weeks. And if I go, I might not have a house. But if I stay, I'm probably going to have a house. So it's like, what do I do? Like, that decision of like, I have 3 people's lives, 3 cats in my hands. What do I do? That's like a shit or get off the pot moment, right? That's a big moment. And we stayed. I did just about shit my pants. It was scary because it started to come over the ridge. It was past the point where we said we would go, but the wind was blowing opposite. But the moment it started going this way, I would go. Everything was in the truck. The cats were in their carriers. Like, all I had to do was say, wake up and walk and go. So yeah, Arizona. Well, it's hot as hell in Arizona. Shit. I mean, it was 114 here yesterday. 114. But that's normal. I lived in Arizona for a while. I lived in Phoenix with my ex-husband's family after medical school. And yeah, it's really hot there. It's really hot there. Yeah, there are always fires in California somewhere. Always fires. Always, probably at least 10. Like, you think when, like, right now it's like, oh, there's nothing going on, but there are plenty of fires in California. There's always something. Yeah, and Arizona probably has them because it's so hot and there's no water. Yeah, 2020 was the last big year. We haven't really had fires since. It hasn't been really bad since. But it's horrible. I mean, people lose everything. I mean, picture losing everything. Your toothbrush. Like, imagine having to replace all the little things, like the things you don't think about, like a bath mat, a rug, cups. Like, you have to replace imagine starting totally fucking over in life. Imagine that. No, I'm not. I got my MD, but my ex-husband and he had graduated from Stanford, and he wanted to go back to Palo Alto because it was 1995. So he wanted to check out this whole internet thing that was just happening to start, because there were all these 20-year-olds making a lot of money in their jammies in their homes. And so we went to Palo Alto and we got into the internet thing. So I never did, any of my rounds. I never did anything past just getting the degree. So I can't practice or anything. I just have the degree. So yeah, it's a heat wave up here. It's really, really hot. But yeah, we don't have propane. Thank God. I don't, propane scares the shit out of me. I don't know if I would want propane. Yeah. Actually, not for some reason, we don't have a lot of propane up here. I don't know why, but I lived in a house up here when I first moved here, and it did have propane, which sucked because one day it went out and we didn't have anything for like 3 days. And then when they fill it up, it's like 200. It's expensive. It's like $200-300. It's expensive. You lost it all in a hurricane? I'm sorry for that. Hey, Justin. Yeah. Oh, a house fire? Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could just have a regular house fire. But I mean, they're hurricanes, natural disasters. But so then when Karen said about I'm going to be worse than a California wildfire, thinking like a mile away, there's 50 houses still burnt down there. It's like, look at all this drama and bullshit in comparison to real problems, real life, right? Like losing everything, and then you have people doing dumb bullshit, swatting people. Like, what if you had an autistic child playing with their dad's old gun that didn't have like the thing on it, so you knew it was fake or whatever, and they got a SWAT call that someone was making meth. And they come in all da-da-da-da, and there's the kid with the gun, put it down, and he doesn't, and they shoot him. Like, when is someone going to have to like die like that for this bullshit to stop? I mean, eventually it'll happen. Something will happen. And will that even stop it? I mean, I don't know. Your car doesn't have an ashtray. My car doesn't have a lighter thing. The new cars don't have the lighters. Oh, to roast or report. What's that? What's roast or report? A little chickadee is everywhere, as I found out. She's really everywhere. Like, she's like the unseen person of YouTube. I have something on my lip right here. The IHOP girl. Who's the IHOP girl? Well, I'm sure people have died due to swatting. And, like, how many more have to? Like, but I picture, like, the big news story of, like, a 3-year-old, something like, is it going to take some big horrible event? Like, what is it going to take for people to realize how dumb this is? Like, how dumb all this is. Watch the documentary. I'm sorry. Well, didn't someone say someone was just shot, savaged someone? Yeah, and most newer cars, they don't have ashtrays. They don't have the click lighters, but they do have a little area where the ashtray used to be. Who's the IHOP girl? Who's getting 10 grand? I want 10 grand. Oh, 10 grand. Oh, 10 grand. Is that Shorty's 10 grand? Is Shorty here? Shorty's probably somewhere. Like, where is Shorty? And that's the other thing. Like, I mean, I know everything that happened is horrible, but is talking about it over and over again going to do anything? Like, I mean, we have people still talking about it, but what is that doing other than creating drama and fights? From what I see, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what happened. And at this point, the victims do need to go and take action on their own, and we can put out the information to help them know what to do. But other than that, I mean, people going on live after live, just like saying it and then accusing other people and turning it into, it's the ripple effect. What does that, like, what is that doing? I mean, I think it's just making things worse. It's like, if you have a house party and, underage kids drink or what, like, you're responsible for what happens in your house. Like, if you have a live and you're starting to talk about something that doesn't need to be talked about anymore, and it turns into a fight amongst other people who end up doxing each other, I mean, I don't know. You're kind of responsible for creating the ripple effect of more and more and more, you know? Shorty did, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she did one live where, I mean, she was upset for her girls, but I mean, you know, that was it. I mean, I'm not saying that was enough by far, but I think she just did that one, but I don't think she's come out, and that was like 2 weeks ago. It was weeks and weeks ago. But I don't think she's done anything since, right? Has she? I don't think she has. It's a documentary. Oh, did you hear the Heiress is dead? Was the heiress of the granddaughter of the billionaire that was kidnapped? They found her dead or something like that. Yeah, no one's heard from her. I mean, she's obviously not on, you know, her channel. So, I mean, what is it doing to have a live where she's not coming to talk about it, the victims aren't coming to talk about it, but we're just starting other fights amongst other people? How is that helpful? I think she needs to talk to them too. I mean, I think at this point, I'm really stuffy today. At this point, us talking about it, like, how many times can we say this person scammed these people out of this much money, blah, 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 blah. How many times can you say that over and over and over again? You know, at this point, she needs to buck up and contact the people. You know, what else can we do? I mean, we're not going to find her. We're not going to make her do anything. So, you know, maybe we should, you know, everyone someone have it posted somewhere, like, here's who to call, here's what to do, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, unfortunately, at this point, it's between her and the victims. But I think continuing to talk about it, and then to say that drama that is created by talking about it is detracting from talking about it, I'm not catching the logic there. You know what I mean? I don't think anyone thinks you should. Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone thinks what she did was okay. I don't think anyone did. And I don't think anyone doesn't think she should go to the everybody, I think we're all in agreement on it. So what more can we say? You know, right? I gotta blow my nose again. Anyone can make sure you do what you need to do. No. Go by you did it first of all. Yeah, I mean, they're full of like two wrongs make a wrong. Like, everyone's like, you did this to me, well, I did this to you. You know, it's like, it makes no sense, right? Yeah, the doxing last night, I mean, I'm sorry, Heidi, that was wrong. I'm just gonna say it. Like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that last night? Seriously. What the fuck was that? Like, first you say, I, like, all cool, I doxed these people, ha ha ha, you all better be afraid of me. Right? That's how it was told. Like, yeah, I did it. I doxed these 7 people and I did it, and you all better beware. And then suddenly, when she got shit for that, then it was, oh, I didn't do that. It was just this. Okay. And then later in the night, it was, oh, ha, 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 I did do it. I mean, it's just, so which is the lie and which is the truth? So I'm probably not 100% correct, but I believe, because I didn't watch it, I just showed a clip later. I think Heidi said that she sent 7 people's information to Bonnie, right? Is that what it was? Because she knew. Yeah, so I think that's what she was. I think she sent 7 people's Facebook stuff with like their names, their addresses, all that stuff to Bonnie. And when she first told it, she said, "Yes, I did it. Ha ha, you better beware of me." And that's how it was told. And then she retracted, but then she said she did it. I don't really, I've never seen Bonnie, but she apparently had Harper on, who was involved with that whole Lovely stuff and everything. So I don't really know who she is, but she's just involved in the drama from what I know. I don't really know her from Adam. But so about the medical records. So someone said, "Do you know blah, blah, blah?" And I think I hear a cat upstairs. Somebody upstairs. Someone said, "Do you know blah, blah, blah?" I don't. Yeah. And that's weird. I don't understand why, like, this is why none of this makes sense to me. Like, why are you asking someone to get you something? Why can't you just get something for your own? So I don't know. I don't know why anybody can't get anything on their own, but that's what it was. And then I guess she was going to do background checks on these people based on it. Yeah, I don't. So Harper and Lovely were like involved in that whole Lovely 15 situation. That was kind of a little bit before my time. I don't really know a lot of it, but yeah. So just so everyone knows, HIPAA, the only people bound by HIPAA are the healthcare providers that work with the person. So I am not bound by HIPAA. You are not bound by HIPAA. If I am your doctor, I am bound by HIPAA. But so, you know, all these people, like when you say something, "Oh, you HIPAA. Well, are you my doctor or my nurse? No. So you're not bound by HIPAA. So shut the fuck up. Right? But someone said, "Do you know this person?" and put a name. And that name happened to be a person from Social Security who she had fought to get disability and was denied. So she herself said, "I don't know that name," but said it over and over again, like obviously she knew. And then she was like, "Oh, that's right. It's so-and-so from Social Security, from my disability." And she just said the whole thing. She said the whole thing. A person said, "Do you know blah, blah, blah?" She said the whole thing. And then she said, "How dare you put out my medical and disability records?" So that's now the narrative, that this person is doxing her disability records. No, she didn't. She asked, "Do you know so-and-so?" That's it. That's it. And last night, Heidi said her full name for everybody for like the umpteenth time. And that's the other thing. What the fuck is this? Like, "Oh, I doxed myself. I've been doxed a million times." Day 1. And then day 2, "How dare you dox me? You put my name out. You need to take your live down. And then the next day, "Hey, this is my full name, blah, 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 blah. I dox myself. I don't care. Bullshit. You can't come at me. Blah, blah, blah." And then the next day, "Oh, so the troll came in with my full name. You need to take your live down. Oh, it hasn't come down. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah." Like, which is it? Like, which is it? Either you care or you don't, but you can't have it both ways. And 2 wrongs don't make a right. If you're going to do it to someone else, like, then don't be pissed when they do it at you. Like, that's the thing you hear all the time. It's like someone does something to you, or like they'll do something to someone else, and then it's like, "Well, you did it to me." Well, if they did it to you and you didn't like it, how does that make it okay for you to do it to them? Because now you just said that it's okay to do it. So them doing it to you is just fine, right? Like, it's just bullshit. It's just absolute bullshit. "Oh, that's my husband upstairs. He was down here and he must have went outside and went around. I get it now. Oh gosh. He went out the back way. I was wondering what I heard." Yeah, a lot of people don't know what a lot of things mean. A lot of people don't know that libel is written and slander is words. So a lot of people use them incorrectly and sound like dumb fucks. A lot of people don't know the definition of slander or bullying or hate, and they use them and just pop off. Like, everybody's got a personal lawyer. I'm going to get my attorney. I'm going to get my personal. How many fucking people have attorneys on their like call status, right? "Oh, I'm just going to pull up my, like, buddy, I'm just going to get my attorney." You have a fucking attorney? You don't have fucking shoes. You have a fucking attorney? Give me a fucking break. What the fuck is that? Like all these people just have attorneys. Well, I'm going to get my attorney to draw up papers. All these fucking trees that are dying from these goddamn papers that everyone's sending out. It's ridiculous. I mean, and cease and desist. Okay, a cease and desist is basically like can you do this for me, please? It's like a please. Can you ask me that, please? You know? I mean, unless it's signed by a court, then it's basically just like you're asking them to please do something, and that's it. You know, it's just like, hey, please do this. It doesn't mean anything really. But like, everyone, I like yesterday, I heard everyone's drawing up papers. Oh, my lawyer said new papers. I'm going to send new papers, drawing up papers, papers flying fucking everywhere. Papers. How much money are these people really spending on attorneys? These people who make nothing on YouTube yet are spending $300 an hour on an attorney. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, and it's all bullshit. I mean, it's all lies. Yeah. That's the other thing too. Like if you come in under your full name, then I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like people are just hypocrites and people are just not that smart sometimes because you can't come in under your own name and then be mad that someone knows your name. Like before I came on here, I made sure everything was like gone and untouchable. Like even if you got my name or my address or my phone number, there is nothing. You can Google anything you want. There is nothing that will come up. Absolutely nothing. But before I came on here, I made sure that I was safe. So if you came on here and you didn't make sure of that, then, I mean, it's not right that someone does it to you. But at the same token, you also have some responsibility, So for like all these people that I hear last night being like, oh, I can't believe, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you've said your real name 100 times. You've said 5 times you don't care. Now you care. It doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, Buddy does have he does have a GoFundMe. Those should be go fuck me's. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck me. Yeah, he has a GoFundMe. What's funny? When I first came on here, I first came on I was on Twitter and I was like a Bullhorn Betty, like imposter impersonator. Like I roasted her and shit. But I had a whole website. It was Bullhorn. It's still up, bullhornbetty.tv. But when the second day that I had it up, she emailed me because the email was on there, and she was like, I have said something to. Basically, she said she had called the police on me and my attorney, papers. But she said all these things. Well, I'm still waiting. That was like March 2nd. I'm waiting. Where are my papers? So people say it. Like just because someone says something doesn't mean it's true. Newsflash. Doesn't mean it's true, right? Right? Yeah, I think there's some bullshit going on with the whole roommate situation. All right, I'm going to pee real quick. I got to go pee. So let me go pee real quick and I'll be right back. So talk amongst yourselves, people. I'm going to go potty. I've had 2 children, so I need to pee. Okay. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, someone got timed out. Oh no, what happened? Drama. Okay, now I know there are people in here who maybe have some issues with each other, but I'm just going to say that this is my time, and I would appreciate if nobody else used this as a time to poke at other people. Please, I will just ask everyone to be mature and considerate and cordial. No, I don't want to say you're not wanted here. I don't think, I don't think we need to, like, if you can be cordial and you can be, I know who it is. I know exactly who it is. But if you can stay and not cause problems, that is one thing. If you're going to be here and poke at other people, then that is a problem. I know. I know exactly. I know. Hope he's still sleeping. But so yes, if she's been in here the whole time. Believe it or not, she's been in here for 46 minutes. So it's, and just now there was a situation caused. So if anybody can be here, if you're not causing problems, if you cause problems, then there's a problem. So, and there was a problem. And so did you guys kick her or just hide her? What did you guys do? Because I'm leaving it up to you. What did you guys do? Yeah, does anyone want a link? You can come up. I can get you one. Did you guys time her out or kick her? Is she still here? Timed out? Okay, that's fine. I mean, Michelle, you're fine to be here, but just don't go after Justin. I mean, Justin's not going after you. No one's going after anybody. I mean, she's been here the whole time, and everybody's been polite and kind, and no one said anything to anyone. And if that can continue, then that's fine. But you can't say things like that. That's not cool. Not cool at all. And I'm not going to deal with that. Let me find. Hold on. Let me do the link thing. Let me get another link. Hopi was supposed to be here because, believe it or not, this was going to be just be an adult. Just be an adult, okay? Like, we all have had jobs. Yeah, I'll get you one. We all have had jobs, and we've all gone to work with people that we might not have liked. And we didn't go to work and just fight with everybody because you would get fired. So pretend it's work and be cordial and normal to people, okay? And if you can't, you will be fired. You're fired. I'll be like Donald Trump. You're fired. All right. There's a link. All right. And like I said, she's been here the whole time and it's been fine. And when it's not fine, then you go. So, all right. So there's a link. I'll have to figure out how to get to the backstage to pick you up. All right. So let me read chat. All right. Michelle, I don't know if I see you. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if it, I know, I know, but I think this is going to go awry. I think it's going to go bad. I do. I mean, this isn't anything. I don't like being put in this position, actually. I think it's actually really shitty that you're putting me in this position, to be quite honest. And if you guys don't know, Michelle is backstage and she's asking to come up. Because you know exactly what's going to happen. You know exactly what's going to happen. I can be the nicest person in the world, but I can be the biggest bitch too. Okay? And you're putting me in a really shitty position and I don't like it. No, don't. I'm going to kick you. I'm going to fucking boot you. Okay? This is my first live and you're in here causing drama and now you're putting me in a shitty position and I don't fucking like it. I don't fucking like it at all. No, not going to fucking do it. No, fuck that shit. All right. Sorry. Okay. How do I bring you up? All right. I see you back there. I'm so sorry about that. So Michelle wanted to come up, and I don't think that it would have ended well, because she was not being respectful to Justin. And I really like Justin and I respect him. And I think that would have been really bad. And no, I'm not going to let her on because I don't like being in that position. I think it's shitty that she put me in that position, to be honest. I'm a little pissed right now. No, she didn't flash me. She just wanted to come up. And I just said, you know exactly what's going to happen. You know exactly what's going to happen. And I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to let that happen. No, it's fine. I mean, that's why, exactly. That's what I said, Justin. I said, I'm a little pissed that you're putting me in the, it's like when you have a house party and someone comes in. I did see the comment, Michelle, that no, we're not going to do this. I'm not going to have this stream turn into the Michelle show. I'm not going to fucking do it. Okay. You're sidetracking this whole thing. And I don't like it. And you're, all right, I'm not a fucking idiot. Okay. I know what you're doing and I don't like it. And this is your last warning. And if you continue, you're going to be out. Okay. So watch your fucking self. All right. Oh, I have you muted, unseen. I'm so sorry. Okay. Now you can talk. I'm so sorry. Oh, you muted yourself. You want to be unseen is up here. You want to talk?
Yeah, I did. I guess I wanted to, I think that your logic is spot on, but there's also feelings and emotions that go with conflict that,
yes,
that I think are being missed. So I guess I kind of wanted to, talk about that, because it's like we kind of need to, it's hard to process when someone wrongs us. Okay. Say you do something crappy to me.
Right.
I come to you.
I'm just typing too. So if I look like I'm not looking at you, I'm
totally... No, it's all good. Okay. But anyway, so say that I do something crappy to you, or you say you do something. Say I do something crappy to you. We're going to stay on task. So you come to talk to me about it. And all I do is argue with you and tell you all the ways that you are wrong and that it's your fault, and all that. When that kind of stuff happens, it's like that doesn't, at least for me, it's like I have the emotions of being wronged. Then when someone argues back with me and pushes it back on me, I feel like it's double the load. Does that make sense?
I got you. I guess the only thing I would say is when the first thing, so let me remove the comment so you can hold on. There, now you can see. Sorry. So what things? Oh, so I guess my take is when the first thing happens, okay, so I'm going along and let's say you say something about me. Why are we so emotionally invested in strangers in the first place? I mean, that's one, because I think a lot of times people are getting upset over things that maybe, and this is just me, and I have very thick skin, and I've always been like a guy's girl. I'm not a drama person. I'm not all like fuzzy drama I'm more of like a guy when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, okay, if you guys think that there are problems in the comments, you are free to do whatever you want to. I'm not going to put up with this shit. But I think what I see is a lot of people are taking words from a stranger and putting too much value in them. You know what I mean? And rather than ignore it because you are a stranger and why would I care what you say, or being an adult and just saying, hey, why would you say that? I don't know you so well. Can you please stop? We go to level 10 and like blow our wad and get super upset. So if you need me to block her, I will. You just let me know. Okay. You just let me know what you want me to do. I don't care who is here if they're not causing problems. If problems are caused, you're gone. So I guess that's my take, is that because right now we're like way fucking out there, right? But it started at a point, and it started when someone said something to someone, and then it escalated. So where did it first start? Like, why are we here? You know, because a lot of this are people who don't even know each other's real names, don't even know what each other looks like. So why are we so hell-bent on being so upset at the words of people who we don't really know? I guess that's my take. Okay. And I'm a non-emotional person. So you're an emotional person. So you tell me what you think, because you're different than me.
For me,
I'm not saying it's better or worse.
Right. Okay. But I didn't take it that way.
Okay, good.
But for me, it's when somebody, trashes me or something like that, especially with being such a small channel, when they go out there and they say that things are happening, that, that I've done X, Y, or Z, and I don't even know how I could do that. If they're larger, then they've taken my power. I have no power. I am powerless. That's a problem. And in that situation, for me, and it's hard for me to sit on it.
Right.
In that situation, and you're stuck sitting in that as well. Right. When someone has more power over you, you're stuck sitting in those feelings, or at least I am. I feel stuck sitting in those feelings, and, somebody has stolen my power from me. They've, it's pretty much, it's about power. I want to have power over myself.
So how are they taking your power specifically?
Because they have a larger audience and they've gone ahead and poisoned the well.
So you really think that you're not getting subs because of someone?
Oh, no, not necessarily. I mean, I don't know, but it also, I also don't like having the well poisoned against me. I mean, do you like that?
Well, I guess I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Like, well, I guess the first thing is, what was the first thing that caused it? Why couldn't that have been, I think we have to go back to the first thing that happens, like, what was the first thing that happened? Who started it, and why couldn't it have been fixed right then and there? And then, how is this person specifically taking your power? You still have a channel. You can still say whatever you want. You can still get subs, so, I'm just trying to be like, devil's advocate, right?
Yeah.
Like, so what was the first thing? Did they go after you, or did you go after them?
Well, I don't, like, in my situation, I don't know who this person is. I don't know who they are. They obviously have a big, huge problem with me, from chat or something. And I don't know who they are. I don't know what the problem is. It's like, I don't know if they're just white knighting for someone else, or if there's actually a problem, because
so why can't you ignore them, though?
Why can't I ignore them?
Uh-huh. Like, if you don't know them.
It's hard to ignore someone when they attack your character.
But they don't know you. So how can they attack your character? Like, they know, like, trust me, people attack me all the time, but they're not attacking me. They're attacking Queen OG. They're attacking a character that I put on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know me. They don't know my husband. They don't know my family. They don't know me. They don't know anything about me. They don't know that I love cats. They don't know, like, they don't know you. They know this little bit of information that you've put on YouTube, And so I think one thing that I blocked her. I'm done with this shit. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm not dealing with that shit. Bullshit. Anyway, blocked her. Done. I think one thing, and this is just me, and everyone can tell me, maybe I'm a heartless bitch, but I mean, one thing for me is, I think in the first place, why are we getting so bunged up at the words of strangers? Like, why, if your garbage man put a note on your garbage can and said something about your character, would you get upset about it? You'd be like, no, he's the garbage man. He only knows when I walk out to get the garbage can, right? So, like, when people say things about me, and trust me, I've been attacked every which way. Like, they don't know me, so I don't care. I mean, I honestly don't care. And I've never said anything back to anyone who said anything because I don't care. So can we do a little more about that and realize these are strangers who don't know us and not take what they say so worthwhile? You know what I mean?
Well, now let's back it up. You know, there was some advice because I was taking that attitude and people were getting upset with me in a chat. And you said that I think you need to apologize.
Well, yeah, because it's become bigger. I'm talking about in the first place. I'm talking about when it starts. Like, I know your situation, and it's gone a little farther than it needs to be, I think.
Well, I think that if I remember right, I think you actually know part of it. But
yeah, I know part of it. I mean, should we say it? Because I think people are confused. I mean, do you want to say it so people don't understand? So, I mean, I don't know. It's up to you.
I guess and I don't want, see, I hate this because I don't want to have contact with this person, but.
Well, you can just say roundabout. I mean.
Yeah, there was a situation where
you started something that you thought was a funny haha, and a lot of people didn't think it was a funny haha, and people got mad at you.
Well, the thing is I think the overreaction, it stems back to another situation where, you know, this person, a creator, they took my information off of an email. I never gave them permission to contact me. And I talked with them for a little bit. Something came up and I said, you know, I was like, I don't know if I can have, you know, any contact with you because of XYZ. And they were kind of like, well, blah, 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 fuck you, and da, da, da. I was like, okay, well, we have an agreement. We agree.
Right.
And then they instead of asking about the context, they got mad at me because I posted on a channel that they don't like. And instead of asking me what I mean, and that's what you did, and I, you know, dealt with you just fine.
Right.
And they sent me this long text berating me.
Right.
I kept telling them to not contact me. They kept doing it. So it's like, I'm angry at this person, but if I talk to them about it, that doesn't
it's not
go along with what I've already said. B, they will shriek at people for hours on end. There's no point in talking to them about it.
Right.
So honestly, I had some anger that was built up, and I went into their stream. Kind of like my video says, I went into their stream. Somebody posted something funny, and, you know, it was kind of like, sometimes I will see something and I'll think it's funny. I say stuff that I think is funny, and people don't always take it the right way. I said something I thought was funny, and, you know, back in May is when I said it. And then I said something about it again in August, and then people decided to freak out about it. I didn't. I thought that everybody knew and it was over.
Well, I will say I was one of those people who didn't know. And if you don't, I mean, we're talking about the like $50 picture with Athena thing. That was, and I thought it was true. I was one of those people who actually thought she was charging $50 for a picture with her dog. And I thought it was true. And I thought it was okay. So she had started a rumor that Ziggy was charging $50 for a picture of Athena. And a lot of people got mad at Ziggy because that is ridiculous to charge $50 for a picture with your dog.
See, look, Hakuna thought it wasn't true. She thought it was funny.
Okay, well, I didn't. Yeah. I thought it was true. And I was like, well, that's kind of an asshole-ish thing to do, to like take advantage, it was, and I just thought it was like ridiculous, but a lot of people thought it was like taking advantage of, like, a lot of people thought much more about it. And, I'm just saying there were a lot of people who did and a lot of people who didn't. And, I'm not voicing anything either way on it. I'm just saying that, I know a lot of people did think it was true, so, I mean, you just have to own that there was definitely a faction of people who.
I did not assign a value to it. And I have a very dry sense of humor. And I didn't really assign a value to it in that way. So I didn't assign a value to it. It was just a joke. Kind of like here recently, I thought it was funny to say, well, maybe Ryan Upchurch doesn't exist.
Yeah. I mean,
whatever.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. I mean, maybe we have to agree to disagree, but
I guess I see what you're saying, but at the same time, I have to preserve at least a little bit of my ego.
Well, I guess here too, I guess maybe that's wrong to say agree to disagree, because that's kind of a bullshit term anyway. But I guess what I mean is I think I would have done it differently, and that doesn't mean that it's better or worse. And you're more emotional, so you took it emotionally and got hurt. And I understand that. And maybe in those situations, we have to, I don't know, it's almost like we need like a little place where people can go break stuff, or I don't know, to get out our emotions. Because, I know for me, I don't take anything that anybody says more than shit on my shoe. Like, I don't, like, whatever. But a lot of people do, and they get hurt and have emotions. And once you have emotions, like, emotions are never wrong. I tell my kids that emotions are never wrong. Maybe what you do because of your emotions, your actions might be wrong, but emotions and feelings are never wrong. And you have emotions. Do you think the piercing? No, I didn't think those were. I
want to point out.
But I mean, you definitely have emotions and feelings, and there's value to that. But I mean, I guess, and I understand that you wanted to work it out with her, and that's not really going to go well. So I don't know. I mean, maybe at a point we just need to learn how to, if you're going to be on here, just have thicker skin. I mean,
right. And well, that's the thing though, is it's like you kind of pulled me aside, because I was being a little bit too thick-skinned, because, I guess I was really upsetting people, because I was laughing it off, because people were so upset. They were following me around, telling me that that I had canceled an account and that I had done X, Y, or Z, that I was the person who spurred the rumor. And I'm like, yeah, okay, why are you telling me who I am? I don't understand. It was just, I was just like, maybe I was being too thick-skinned, and I wasn't seeing their side of it. So, I tried to see, I put the effort in.
No, I get it.
And tried to see their side of it, that that people were disappointed. And, I don't know. It's like, but the thing is it's like where it all started, there was emotions involved. And
I understand. I
don't like being run over. I just don't. I don't like being run over. When I say stop something. Don't keep coming at me.
You took on a big personality. And when you take on a big personality, you might get a little, I almost feel like there should be a course you have to take before you come on YouTube. Like I said in one of my videos, before you jump out of a plane, you sign something that you say, I know I might die. It's like when you come here, you should know you might get da-da-da-da-da. And if you can't handle that, don't come here. And, a lot of people don't like when people say that, because they say, well, does it make it right when people, go after me? No, it absolutely does not. But if you can't handle certain things, then going into a place where that's going to happen, it's like people always say triggered. If you're going to get triggered by chocolate, don't go to a chocolate factory, right? Like if that's going to trigger you, don't go there. And if you go there and someone shoves chocolate in your face. That's not right for smacking you and chocolate in your face. But again, you went there too. So you both have culpability, right? Like, like it's not right that someone smacked you, but you have culpability for being there too, And I think one thing that people do is they go into a situation and they get smacked, and then they're like, I got smacked. Oh my God, you're so mean. And it's like, well, why were you there in the first place? You wouldn't have gotten smacked if you weren't there. So are you lost?
Well, I got
I
lost.
don't have Cash App. I do have Cash App, actually.
Somebody asked, they said, did she apologize for the flyers? What flyers? How would I do flyers on YouTube?
Well, I don't know what that is either, but I think at this point though, someone just said, can they just apologize? I think though, it does get to a point that nothing is going to change. You're not going to see it differently. She's not going to see it differently. So you got to just wash it out.
I guess I felt like I wasn't just speaking to that specific situation. I guess I've always felt like that when I have tried to work something out with someone and they want to argue with me and dump it back on me. That's how I feel. I feel like they've doubled the load.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
It's like, and I think that it's there's a big temptation to get on YouTube, to get on your channel and just be like, wah! About it. And I've never done that. I've never gotten on my channel and just freaked out about it. I've only ever said something. Only one person knows about the whole story. Huh?
Housekeeping's here and they're going to get their hair done.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, I think, so what she did is she just did a little apology video. And I think that's great because at a certain point, I think you just need to say, this has been going on for a while and we're going to just let it go on both sides. And, at a certain point, the other thing is it's called pulling the stick. It's like when you have a dog and you pull the stick and the dog pulls back and you pull the stick and the dog pulls back. Well, you know what happens when you let that stick go? The dog lets it go too. So sometimes you have to stop pulling the stick because if you stop pulling it, the other person will too. And that's kind of where we started. Someone just texted me. That's kind of where we started. We were talking about the whole shorty thing where we're kind of in a situation where we're talking about it, but it's just making it worse because we're just pulling the stick. Pulling the stick is not going to get anything done. It's not going to get her here. It's not going to get anything for the victims, but it's going to start fights with other people. So let's just let go of the stick. I do have a Cash App. Is someone asking? I just made a Cash App actually for something.
Yeah. Well, it's just, and the reason that I said something about it is because, and here's the thing though, is I feel like,
Sorry, I got like a cat hair on my face or something.
I feel like I have to protect my channel. Even though I'm heterosexual, I know that people think that I don't have the right to report on a crime that happened because I'm heterosexual. And
well, that's just dumb.
To that, I say, well, nobody else is saying anything. In the, there's a vacuum there.
Fuck off. Just do what you want. Who cares?
Oh yeah, pretty much. It's
All right, I'll find it. Hold on.
I'm still I'm still writing my scripts and getting ready. The most recent one has turned into a 7-page thing because it's just complicated. But anyway, I feel like I have to protect anyone who comes. I have to protect anyone who comes to my channel. I have to protect them from people who have a problem with me. So I have a lot of people blocked, and it's like I'm rounding the corner on 100. And, because these people are following me to tell me who I am and tell me what I've done, even though I've always been, yes, I did that. Yeah, I know.
I think my suggestion would be, if you're going to be a creator, you have got to learn how to ignore it and not sweat the small stuff. And I
Yeah.
have like a cat hair that somehow like got like up a nostril, and it's like, ugh. I don't know what's happening to me. But for anyone who's a creator, I think that before you come on here, you need to say, can I take someone berating me and not give a shit? And if you can't, don't do it. Because no matter who you are, you can be the nicest, most little like granny, like, oh, I'm such a cute granny and everybody loves me. You can be that, and someone will still call you out and call you an asshole. It will be done. You will be called fat. You will be called ugly. You will be called lazy. You will be called an asshole. It will happen. And if you can't handle that, go to the door. It's just, that's just life. It's just going to happen. No one is going to come on here and not get made fun of. No one is going to come on here and not have someone call them out and try and say something about them. That's just the way it is. And if someone can't handle it, then, I think then you need to rethink if you want to be here or not. You know what I mean? We know it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And if it's something you can't handle, then, maybe this isn't, and I'm not saying you personally, but maybe this isn't the place for someone. You know what I mean? Because I've seen a lot of people come on here who are very emotional, and then they get on here and they get their ass kicked. And then, it's everyone else's fault, which, yes, it's wrong what they did. But again, it's also, you have culpability for being here, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it was just,
I'm sorry. I have like this hair that I can't I don't know what it is.
Oh my God. I hate that. It's probably stuck on one of your eyelashes, and that's the reason why.
Well, it's blonde, so I can't see it, and it's
right
somewhere.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Did I get a cash app?
There's, I just wanted to communicate that there's kind of a, I wanted to communicate.
Sorry, I don't know how this works yet, but
neither do I.
How do I find out how I got it?
I think you have
to go something in there.
I think you have to go to your phone.
I'm on my phone.
Oh.
I don't
then I don't know. I don't have a Cash App or any of that stuff, so I don't know how it works. I'm sorry. I've just heard other creators say that.
Well, I sent someone money, so I just made it the other day, but I don't see how to see how I got it. Like, I see that it's there, but I don't see how to see, like, to say, thank you, so-and-so for the, like, where do I go to see it? Like, account and settings. But Justin, did you say it was you?
Yeah, I think it was Justin.
Oh, thank you, Justin. That's so sweet. I have to figure out how to see it. I don't see how to see it. That's not making any sense what I'm saying, but
you can just say thank you and just
thank you. Okay, thank you. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time I've ever done this.
Oh, yeah.
I've been on panel with other people, but I
never had to drive
the StreamYard thing and everything.
Yeah.
Well, Little Chickadee just said, I watch a lot of creators. I don't want to be rude or disrespectful for anyone. I don't chat because I don't know what to say. And I think a lot of people are like that. And one thing I will say to that is, I think a lot of people also don't chat because this whole blocking of people and all this shit is, I do not like when I'm in watching someone and they're just blocking people for saying nothing. Like, yes, I totally kicked Michelle, but she was in here from minute 1 and it took till minute 45.
Oh, you were okay. I thought you were talking about blocking in a different context. Okay, carry on.
Well, maybe I clicked the clock symbol on the top. I have a clock symbol. I blocked on here. I may have changed subjects. I do that sometimes. My brain works so fast. But she was on here from minute 1, and it took like 40 minutes in until she made a comment that wasn't so great. And then she got timed out, and then she tried to come on panel, and I told her no. And then she said something else in chat, and then I had to block her. And I think that's an appropriate use of blocking, because she was going to start something and she was going to derail my live. Hi, Robin Lennon. She was going to derail my live, and turn it into something that it was not.
Right.
And so I had to say, get out. But I see other chats where like the creator is like saying something and asking someone a question, and then they answer and they get blocked just for saying something. And that's dumb. Like, how are we going to have a conversation if the other person can't talk? Oh, it's not your fault, Justin, at all. Like, she's her own person. She is responsible for what comes out of her mouth. And, you know, like, that's fine. I mean, that's totally fine. I got big girl panties. Ain't no one coming up here and fucking with me. Like, so, but you should have seen her up here because, like, I can see her. I didn't know that this would happen, but you can see the person. So I could see her, and she was all like, I'm like, you're going to start it. And she's like, you know, doing like, oh, who, me? Oh, I don't know anything. Like, oh, I don't know. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, really? Like, I wasn't born yesterday. I was born on a day, but not yesterday. I was born about 50 years ago. I know some stuff. And that bitch was going to come up here and start and fucking shit up for me. So,
right. Yeah, that's not where you wanted it to go. You wanted to have it.
You know, so that's when you block someone. When they're seriously going to, like, I have, I think, 3 mods. There's 103 people here, and I have 3 mods. And notice nothing is going on. Nothing is going on. No one is fighting. No one's getting timed out. No one's getting messages erased. Everyone's being big girl and boy adults, right? Because I'm treating them like big girl and boy adults too, you know? So all these creators who just like time them out, you know, just for like responding. I mean, I don't know how many times I've gotten blocked for saying hi. Hi. I once got blocked for saying hi. I'm blocked in purples for saying hi. I said hi once and I got blocked. Because Heidi said, that's that creator that made fun of me and Susan and made fun of my disabilities. And I got blocked. I said hi. And I got blocked. That's dumb. That's real dumb. And I don't like when that happens. So for all the people in chat, like, they should be able to chat. And they should not be scared of what they say. I mean, if they say something, I mean, what's the worst they're going to say? I don't think anyone's going to say something horrible. Like, we all know, like, I told my mods, nothing unless you're a racist, a bigot, or hate. Bullying, any sort of bullying or hate, you know?
Right.
But other than that, let people talk. Like, yeah, I mean, we know who we're talking about, but all these, like, people get blocked for saying, like, why did you block me? People get blocked for saying, why did you block me? They get timed out. Why was I timed out? Then you're blocked. Okay. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Well, some people think that that's arguing with the mod or something like that. And that.
Are we in kindergarten? Like, fuck me, right? Like, come on. Like, really? I mean, you want to have a conversation, but like, I mean, I understand if the person is like bitching at you, but like, for just saying like, why did I get blocked? Oh, that's starting an argument. That's inflammatory. No, it's not. That's just, I don't understand that part of it. So
I need to excuse myself just for a minute because somebody needs to go to the bathroom. I don't know if you heard them barking. So hold on a second.
That was I got to go pee-pee. But I mean, yeah, like if you're in the tavern, you've been blocked. You guys get blocked all the time. And I see it. And it's just so stupid. It's so stupid because that's exactly how it goes. It's like you guys will just say, hey, I wanted to say that I didn't do, like, nobody's saying anything. Nobody's really being inflammatory, you know, no one's threatening, you know, it's just a question, a conversation. And it's like, wow, did my brains really hurt you that badly? I mean, it's like, you can't have a conversation if you can't talk. And it's so annoying because then as like a person sitting in chat, you know, and you see it, it's like, well, now I see everyone on panel talking blah, 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 one thing, but all the people they're talking about can't say anything. And it's horrible. And especially like I got timed out once. Someone said something to me and asked a question. And then I couldn't respond because I was, and it was so infuriating because then I look like I'm an asshole and I'm not responding or I, you know, like you look like you're doing something horrible because, you know, Heidi saw me in purples once and she said, why is she in here? And did you get like timed out because of it? Stinson Haas, did you get timed out? Because like, that's why, like, that's stupid. Why is she in here? And then you get blocked. Well, why is she in here? She's in here to chat. So why don't you let her chat? You don't block someone. I want to go to Cabo. Who said, you know, if people are disrespectful, then that's one thing. But I see a lot of people who are not disrespectful, who are just fine, who say, why am I blocked? And they get blocked. If you want to come up here, Amy, you can. If anyone else wants to come up here, you know, and that's exactly it. I think they block them because they don't want to hear them. Like, blocking is being used not the way it should be. Like, people block people because they just don't want to hear you. Like, it's like, I want to say my bullshit and I don't want anyone to say I'm wrong, so I'm gonna, you know, shut you up. Like, right. And that's the way they use it. And I don't think that's right at all. I've been blocked after, like, I got blocked for saying hi. I've been blocked many times just for saying hi, and that's stupid. That's really stupid. That's not how it should be used.
I usually I block people for, like why I said my block list is so big, because mostly because I don't want people it's people who have trolled me. So it's like, you've already trolled me, so you're probably going to put trolling comments on my channel, and that's not what my channel is about. Well, I don't think that you can respect me.
That's why you can personally, and that's the thing. I don't think a lot of people know that they can block people. Yeah, it is. It's awful to get your voice taken away. It's awful to have something to say and not be able to say it. I think that's one of the worst things that can happen to someone, to just not be able to, like, get your stuff. Like, we all want to be heard. We all want to be heard. And the worst thing someone can do to someone is, oh, Rocky bad.
Well, see, now that goes back to what I was saying at the very beginning, was like, you have a conflict with someone, you try to talk to them about it, they just want to give you 100 different reasons why you're wrong. Yeah. No one likes to have their voice taken away.
Yeah, no one does. No one does. But you have to use your voice correctly too. I think a lot of people use their voice. What was that comment? I saw Tara time someone else. What a weirdo. Fucking weirdo. Do you mind if I go to the back? I want to get a soda real quick and get just something to eat real quick. Are you fine to be up here for a second?
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? We're just getting
I'll be right back. Hold on. I need to get something to drink.
Okay. What is it? Well, Magpie. Okay. So Magpie says, if they give you 100 reasons you are wrong, that doesn't mean you don't have a voice, though. It does mean that I'm being ignored. I'm not being listened to. So I guess I still have a voice, technically. I can go and I can talk to somebody else about it, but it's nice to be acknowledged. It's nice to have a voice. It's nice to be acknowledged when we're stepped on, kind of, nobody, whatever, but, if I guess, I just don't have, if you're not going to listen to what I have to say, or I've seen that you don't listen to what other people say, then we're done. That's, that's my take on life. I don't need people in my life. I'm almost 50. I don't need any more people in my life to do horrible things. What is it? Well, honestly, Hakuna, I have you blocked just because you're so close with Ziggy. I'll be honest. I'm not going to lie about it. I do have you blocked in chats because of that. Because I don't trust her, and I don't trust the people that are close to her. So, yeah, and I have been pretty open about that. I think Queen OG said, she said, well, people don't trust you. And I said, well, I don't trust them. So it's a mutual thing. I can unblock you, Hakuna. I appreciate you bringing it to my attention. And that shows me that you are different than what I assumed. And I was wrong. So I apologize to you for that. Whether you like it or not, whether you like me or not, I just tell the truth. If you ask me a question, I'll tell you the truth. If you just want to make an assumption about me, then you don't want to know the truth. It's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty simple. So, well, Dawn, Dawn says, I just don't understand that. Dawn, I feel like there's a conflict between Ziggy and I, and if these people are following me around from chat to chat to chat, and bothering me, and they can't just leave it alone, then I kind of am like, I guess I'm trying to not to read chat. I feel like if they're going to hassle me in other people's chats, then they're probably going to hassle me in my own chat. And I feel as though what I'm talking about people who are unseen, that were murdered, forgotten, nobody cares about them. It's a big societal thing, and I am trying to get that across. I'm the only person who's out there willing to talk about it. I've looked and looked and looked. I can't find other channels that are talking about these victims. So I feel like I have to protect anyone that comes by, even if they just pass by my channel. Yeah, even if they're just a passerby, I feel like I have to protect them. That's, I have to, it has to be a safe place.
Is that why you picked unseen? I heard that as I was coming down. Is that why you're unseen?
Yes, that's why I name myself Unseen, is because, nobody cares about all of these people that are being murdered. And yes, government officials, Oliver, stop bothering her. All of these government officials, they are saying, yes, these are hate crimes. These people are being murdered for being transsexual. They're not being reported on. I find this stuff, they're not being reported on. I go to their their memorial over in Find a Grave. They don't have any, little virtual flowers or anything like that. And I've looked up other murder victims in Find a Grave, and they have all kinds of flowers. And I'm like almost about ready to start getting teary, but I know that my blue dog doesn't. I've got whatever. So
I have cats. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a dog person.
Yeah,
I don't like. I mean, I'm not saying this about all dogs, but I don't like the drool, and I don't like the loudness.
Yeah,
but not all dogs are drooly. But I've never had a dog.
Yeah. But it's like I want to grow my channel. I'm going someplace very specific.
Do you want to drop your link?
If you want to, you can.
Go ahead.
But I feel like this is a population. It's not seen the problems that they're going through. I want to talk about the societal factors. What is contributing to these problems?
Well,
what's contributing to it? How can we recognize it? What can we do to change it, to make it? We cannot stop anybody. We cannot stop murder in any population. It would be nice to manage it. And there are so many things that the transsexual community is up against. It's like it's hard for them to even get their bodies home.
Well, why don't you drop your link? And I want to also, oh my gosh, your dogs are mouthy. I want to ask the chat, what do you think is the biggest reason? Hey, Gone Girl, how are you doing? What do you think is the biggest reason why things have gone to shit lately? Because I think things have gone to shit. The drama is just everything's out of hand. What do you think is the biggest reason things have gone to shit? Like, what do you think it is? And hold on, I'm going to grab Kleenex real here. What do you think is the biggest reason? Live? Heidi.
What do I think?
Robin, is it your birthday? Is it Robin's birthday? Is it Robin's birthday? Happy birthday, Robin. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Robin. Happy birthday to you tomorrow. There, it's tomorrow. Lies and trust. Yeah, it's tomorrow. But I sang it today. So I won't be on tomorrow. bells are ringing. Cook for the family. You need to cook for me. I'm hungry. All I've had is a smoothie today. Well, a lot of people are saying lies and trust. So backstabbing. So why do you think people lie? So it starts with a lie. It starts with one person lying about another person. So why are people lying in the first place? Like what is wrong with us that we have to do? Exactly. Kindergarten playground. Like, we're adults. And I mean, we all come on here for a reason. And then why are we acting like kids? Like, that's the thing I see. Like, if this was in the real, like, outside world, what would you act this way? Like, always think that, like, would you act this way? Would you talk to someone that way? Would you act like that? Like, if you had a party in your house, would you act the way you're acting, like, right now? You know? I mean, I think, yeah, hiding behind a camera. That's just what I was going to say. I think one of the things is you can come on here and you can be anything you want to. You can be a citizen journalist. You know, you can give out medical information. You can read tarot. You can be a psychiatrist. You know, you can come on here and be anything you want to. And unlike the real world, where if you bought a little office, you know, space and you tried to be what you're going to be, you would have rules and standards and, you know, certificates and things. But here you can be whatever you want to be and people will believe you. And I think that's one big source of it, is people come on being like, I'm all this, that, and the other thing, and they're not. And then other people can, you know, you can act like a bat. Like, people call them keyboard balls or whatever. Like, people say things that they would never say to someone's face. Like, I have a feeling that some of the people who have said things about me would never say them if they had to be said to my face. You know, like, a lot of people do that too. But yes, and then why go real life? Like, people come on here not putting their real name because they don't, you know, they don't want to have their stuff out there. So why are people then putting stuff out there? And one thing I thought of the other day, and Unseen's muted. So I was going to say, if I was talking over her. I was just going to say, if I'm talking over you, or like, you know, I have a tendency to.
Yeah, no, my dogs, they have to, you know, they sing my husband they have to sing them the song of our people whenever he comes home. So but it's always.
One thing I thought of yesterday was, what is because everyone talks about, you know, doxing. Like, you know, Heidi was all upset last night because someone had come in, and I'm not ragging on Heidi. I'm just saying this is just something.
Right. I don't take it that way. You're just referencing a situation.
Right. I mean, yeah, I'm not, you know, just, but she had said that someone had come in, like, with her real name, which she said her own real name later, which was kind of funny, but I don't think she meant to do it. It was kind of funny. But you know, I've seen other people do it, get mad because someone has put their full name out there and they've only ever had their first name out there. And I thought the other day, like, what is the worst thing that is going to happen? Like, what if someone goes to Bin Verified and puts in your first and last name and gets some stuff? Like, what is the worst thing that is going to happen because of that? Like, I don't know. I don't know the answer to it, but I was just wondering that, like, what is the worst thing that's going to happen? Like, are they going to steal your identity? No. Like, what's the worst thing that is going to happen? They're going to know you got a traffic ticket and make fun of you. Like, what is the worst thing that we think will happen if someone does this?
Well, I mean, I use Unseen True Crime just because, you know, I'm trying to communicate, hey, I have a channel and it's about, you know, people that are unseen. What is it? But I think that Lippy had a video that was pretty alarming. You know, was this woman who I think she got robbed. I wasn't entirely following the entire story, but I think she got robbed because she gave her name, because some people on YouTube got her information.
So they went and they robbed her.
Right. And I mean, in our personal addresses, and our names, those are Kojak. No.
And that is, and Lindsay just said someone threatened their job. Like, that is beyond shitty. I mean,
no, you
and
don't
that's why
do
I'm
that.
saying, like, what's the worst thing you can have? Like, people can rob you. People can, like, that is horrible. Like that's immoral. I mean, for someone
Absolutely.
to do that to someone who they don't even know, that's shitty. That's really shitty.
That's absolutely black and white. So no, that's personal. Your name is your personal information. It's black and white. That's a line you don't cross. Yeah. Nothing, no matter what.
That's shitty. I mean, that's really shitty.
And,
I mean,
some people have shared, they have shared personal medical information, and no, they aren't bound by HIPAA. They are assholes.
They are. I mean, a lot of people do the whole like, oh, HIPAA this, HIPAA that, like, fuck my hip. I mean, it's like, no, you're not bound by HIPAA, but you're an asshole. Like, you might not have done a crime, but you're an asshole. It might not be illegal, but it's immoral, and you're an asshole. And, I mean, and like, why do people do that? Like, the fact that people do that, and there are legal repercussions. If someone does do that to you, obviously you have legal repercussions to do that. Yeah, that's true. Who's to say where your information ends up? Like, maybe they don't rob you, but maybe someone else does. So, I mean, yeah. And that's why, like I said, before I came here, I mean, my information was already gone anyway, but I made sure, like, my email, like everything that traces to Queen OG has nothing to do with me. And even if you found me, there's nothing you could find out about, but yeah, like, people are assholes. And why are we like this? Were we like this in the 50s? Maybe we were. I don't know. Are we a better society? Are we a worse society? Were we always assholes? Because we're kind of assholes now. Like, why are we assholes? Like, I don't know the answer to that, but it seems to me like, I know in the 80s, we weren't, we had Archie Bunker and stuff. We weren't politically correct, but I honestly feel like we were accepting, though. Like, we might make fun of you, but we accepted you. And now there's no acceptance. Like, you're either cool or you're canceled. I almost feel like we're worse now than we used to be, and I don't know why that is. I mean, and I don't know if that's true. Maybe I just feel that way, but it feels that way. Hey, Ray. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the internet, we don't have enough to do, so we're just sitting around doxing each other because we're lazy motherfuckers now. Oh, well,
I mean, there's a lot more. There's a lot more access to information, and it's kind of like I think the thing is like, it's like tit for tat. It kind of, I don't know if you've ever, and I'm trying to remember the name of the book, but the tit for tat thing, it's.
Yes, tit for tat. I hate that.
Games people play. There's a book, it's a psychology book, and there's, all these different, quote unquote games people play in relationships. And it turns into the tit for tat is actually, I would say that it's more accurately described as one up, one down. Yeah. That one person, it's like one person does something mean to one, to somebody else, or what, whatever. But this person, they feel like they're at a disadvantage. They feel like they're stepped on.
You see my chair going down? Look, I'm getting short. Bye.
But I mean, and that's the thing though, is it's everybody wants to have at least a certain amount of, they want to feel safe in the world. They want their confidence, and they want to feel that everybody wants to feel like they matter, and they want to have control over their own information. They don't want to be put down, and everybody wants respect. And when we put each other down, it's hard to stop that. It's hard to find somebody that is willing to suck it up and just sit with the dross and the sewage and whatever of those feelings. It's hard to find someone And it's hard for me, like me, I have a hard time sitting with that shit and
Yeah.
just holding it in for months or even years. And, you know, I see an opportunity and, you know, you know, I just do what I do. And, oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Someone said, I think we've always been assholes, but then we had no capabilities to talk. And then that's true too. Like usually you'd only talk to your neighbors. So, you know, you could only be an asshole to 10 people and those people saw you every day. So you don't want to be an asshole to your neighbor because they're going to put poop on your front lawn, right? They're going to have their dog poop on your lawn. So you don't want to be an asshole to your neighbors. So, I mean, that's true too. Like right here, I can be an asshole to 95 people right now, you know, and I never have to see him again if I don't want to. So we have a much greater capability to be an asshole. And, you know, maybe we take things out on other people. Like, I'm not going to take it out on my friends or my husband, but I might take my shit out on you because I don't know you. So I don't know. Maybe that's why we're kind of assholes too. Like, you know, and
yeah, I think that's
true. It's
part of it.
thing. Then someone doxes and someone doxes and someone doxes, and it goes and goes and goes. And and then the person does something, and then they say, "Well, you did it to me." Okay, so you're yelling at that person for doing something to you. Then when it was done to you, you were upset about. So if you were upset about it, and now you're doing it, like it's not logical. You know, it's the whole thing. Like, you know, don't call me fat, you fat bitch. Like, well, you just invalidated your point. And now you're stupid, you know, like don't do that. If you think calling someone fat is wrong, you don't call them fat either. You know, it has to go both ways. And people don't do that. People do what they don't like to the other person. And that just, you lose validity with me. Like, you know, then it's okay to do that then. If you can do it, I can do it. And then people do it. And that's wrong too.
Right. And, you know, I see a comment here from Eliza. If you spread a false rumor, don't be surprised if you get pushback. And that's true. And
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that there's a good chance that could be directed at me.
I assume it is. I would greatly.
Here's the thing, Eliza, and you know, I have a feeling that you don't know the full story. So,
well, I don't know that I see. And this is the other thing here. We're going to bring this. So I don't know that was meant as meanly as you just took it. I think that just hurt your feelings, didn't it?
Well, yeah, because
I don't think she meant it that way, though. I don't know if it was meant that way. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. How do you, like, she might have just been saying, like, I read that as, yes, because that's what happened. But you read that as hurtful. So I think also, too, when we're reading text, we don't know the emotion that the other, like, she might just be saying, well, you said a rumor that is false, which is exactly what happened. Like she's just saying, like she might be making fun of you, but she might not. And I think sometimes we read into things too much. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And there is a reason that I'm responding to that way is because, you know, I went back, a few people told me, you know, oh, somebody was saying this about you on Circle Jerks, whatever. And I went over there and I'm lumped in as being with all these people, they're scammers. I think somebody said now I have 54 subscribers. No, they said you are a scammer, that I'm malicious. To me, yes, technically that was malicious to do that. At the same time, I felt like it was pretty inconsequential because it's not like I told people that, you know, Ziggy was going to be arriving at the vigil and Summer was coming with her.
Well, they just said, so I don't mean to interrupt you, but they just said that statement wasn't directed at you. And so here it is again. You're right. They had talked about you and then said it, and it wasn't directed at you, but you took it as directed at you because you were hurt by what was said prior to that statement. So like, once again, we also have to be aware of sometimes we might take things the way they're not meant to be, you know, and I'm not like saying I'm not saying anything against you. I'm just saying, you know, these are the things that sometimes happen too. Someone says, how you doing, bitch? and like someone reads it as they called me a bitch when they were just like, how you doing, bitch? And someone takes it as, how you doing, bitch? You know?
Well,
like,
that's what emojis are for.
oh, I don't do the emojis. I'm 50. I don't do emojis. I'm too old for that.
I do a lot of emojis just because sometimes people can misconstrue what I type out. So I do try to do a lot of emojis. Just I have nonverbal learning disorder, which overlaps with some of the autism stuff, and sometimes that comes out. And I don't mean to be hurtful, but people will get upset or whatever because of the way that I say something. And I try to be super careful about how I say things. I mean, I even have a Grammarly app on my phone to, I've got it set to make sure that it has the right tone and all that stuff. So, well, and yeah, I did take it. I did take the comment personally because the last time that I saw Eliza, she was on a panel dragging me.
Yeah, and that was funny because she said it, and I could tell that you took it much more emotionally than I did. I didn't take it to mean that at all.
And I've said stuff that I think that was hurtful to Eliza. So it's like I know that there's a conflict there. So I have little conflicts all over the place. I'll own it. Yeah. I do.
Well, here's a good question. So, oh my God, I have something on what is on my keyboard? I'm typing a whole bunch of 4s. How am I typing 4s? What is on 4? Heck, my keyboard is going crazy with 4s. What is it doing? What is on 4? What the heck? Oh, it's over here. Hold on. Sorry, I'm having keyboard problems. So here's a question. Let's talk about the bad neighbor policy. Okay. And I learned this on the internet with domains, the bad neighbor policy. But so what about a creator is doing something that, maybe certain people don't like? The mods in there, are they assholes too? Like how does, like you're sitting there next to someone doing something. Are you just by sitting there also an asshole? You know what I mean? It's like someone said, what about the mods? And they were specifically saying about last night, Heidi doxing everybody. And they were saying, the mods in there, they're okaying it by still being mods. Is that true? I mean, should we say, hey, if you're going to still be in that chat and be around someone who says, hey, I did this, are you saying it's okay by just your being there? I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you go over that again?
I
didn't entirely understand what you were saying.
All right,
are you talking about like generalizing, one creator to their mods? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I'll read the comment. Hold on, let me find the comment. Where was it?
Yes, there you go. Lucy's got it. The problem isn't the problem. The problem is your reaction.
You know what? I tell that to my son because my son is 12. And so he's getting feelings and hormones. And sometimes he thinks he's depressed. And I tell him there is a spectrum of feeling. And there's low and high. And you can decide where is depressed. Like going at 100 miles an hour, sitting just hanging out. Is this depressed? Is this depressed? It's all what you make of it. But I can't find the specific comment. But the comment was, what about the mods? Because all the mods who were in purples last night basically co-signed Heidi's bullshit of, doxing people. Is that true? I mean, I do think mods are a problem because they, get to wieldy with their wrench, which wrenches are. But, I do believe that's a problem. But on the other subject, if you're modding in a channel and that channel is, doing things that doxing and other stuff, like, are you culpable or like, can you be called out because you're a mod? You know what I'm saying?
You can step down as a mod. If somebody is violating a social norm, then, I guess you have to take responsibility for what's going on there. Are you going to keep it going? Are you going to, are you going to support that? That's the purpose of a mod, is to
Yeah, I
support
think
the
someone
creator.
said basically like the
So
mods
you are supporting
are
that.
responsible too because they didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Which,
And they can always step down as a mod. And
yeah.
there was, what was it? There was there was one creator that modded me, and I said, I'm gonna, I'm inclined to moderate based on my own values.
Yeah.
And based on my own values, and that might be something, that is, they unmodded me, which is fine with me because I have my own values.
People
And
get way too bunged up about the wrench, man. People get way too bunged up about the wrench.
well, I mean, there was, at the same time, there's another chat that I was a mod for, and I, what is it, that I was a moderator for, and then I stepped down because my dad died, and I was having a really hard time with,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
and and then it's like, and then I asked if I could be a moderator again, and it's like it kind of didn't happen. And it's just, to me, moderating is that the creator trusts you.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to feel good, and everybody wants to be trusted.
I have a fan.
And
I agree. Hold on.
so it's kind of like that,
I agree. I have a fan over here. It's falling over, so I'm just fixing it. But I totally agree. I totally agree. I think, if you completely have different values, I think if you completely have different values from the creator, you probably shouldn't be there. I think if you're a mod for someone, I kind of assume that you somewhat agree with their morals and values, right? Like,
yeah,
if you totally disagree with someone, you wouldn't be a mod. But I don't think we can say, you're responsible for what they did or something. But I don't know. This whole the mods who just time people out for just saying nothing. Like I said, I have 3 mods, and I told them don't do anything unless someone is clearly a bigot, a bully, a racist, a phobe, homophobe, trans, whatever phobe, and then they go. But if people are just talking, even if they have different opinions, if they're kindly disagreeing, like I was on debate team. Like, you can debate. A debate is not a fight. Like, we watch the presidential election debates. They debate. They don't agree at all, right, but they're not fighting, And I think if we can debate and discuss, God, this fucking fan, debate and discuss, that's fine. But when you start, swearing and yelling and then it,
well, people are different. Just because somebody is, just because someone has had an entire career and they're retired and whatever, that doesn't mean that they're an adult. They don't have it doesn't mean that they have
nothing means
adult mindset.
I don't agree with that. You should respect me because I'm old. This profession, you get respect because you deserve it. I don't give anyone respect unless they deserve it. And I don't expect anyone to respect me unless I deserve it. Like, and people don't. Like, no one's going to feel the feeling of respecting you. So you want them to lie to you? Like, no one's going to respect you if you don't deserve it. So making someone say they do, you're just making them lie,
Well, I guess, I think that we should be respecting everyone, but I do think that there can be, you don't really hear it I don't hear it anymore. Maybe that's because I'm older or whatever. But I remember when a kid, I think people would say, you should respect me.
Yeah, respect your elders.
Elder. But no, I think we should respect everyone. But maybe it's more like esteem and not just respect. People are demanding esteem.
Yeah, like when you first meet someone, and you know nothing about them, you should treat them kindly and as an adult and with respect, because you have no reason not to. And then once you start talking, they either keep it or they don't, you know? Like once you start talking to me, you're at your own risk. You know, you're either going to shoot yourself in the foot or you're not. And that's just, you know, how it's going to be.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, well, to me, I mean, it's just respect is a basic human right. It's just a human right. There's people that I don't like in the family that I married into, and I don't treat them disrespectfully. I just don't esteem them, you know, and you know, I just give them the basics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I
mean, you know what I don't understand?
I'm a word person.
You know what I don't understand? I don't understand how people can listen to certain things and not see the like inconsistency between someone speaking kind. I am eating a Twizzler. I'm sorry. I had a smoothie for breakfast and it's 1 and I didn't have any lunch, so I don't understand how like you hear someone speaking quietly and kindly and then you hear someone berate them and you don't see that as odd, you know? Like why are we listening to stuff? Why are we listening to
it's self-awareness. You know, they're just not aware that there's that inconsistency in themselves. Usually most of the time I'll be like, I know I'm being a hypocrite, but blah, 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 which probably doesn't help the situation very much. But, you know, it just, it's the hypocrisy is usually a result of a lack of self-awareness. You know, that
someone just wrote, the less mods, the better. And I kind of agree. I think when you go into a chat and everyone's a mod, it's kind of like, okay, like what? Like, are there anybody? You know, it's like you go
a roving gang.
Yeah, like you go to a party and everyone's like, you know, a best friend or something. It's like, you know, aren't there regular people here or something? You know?
Yeah, it's it's well, to me, it's kind of like, it's like you feel like the odd man out or whatever because you're not mod like, too, you know.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's like
the whole mod thing is very weird, but it's also very necessary, and it's weird. It is a weird thing, and it is a weird.
Puppy dog.
I've got 2 cattle dogs, and cattle dogs don't like to be stared at. And one is a puppy. Huh?
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. There's this whole, don't even get me into spatial pressure theory. But
you have a lot of dogs, don't you?
I've got 3.
Oh, my God.
But spatial pressure is a big thing. Stop it. Oliver, get off the couch. You're getting her pissed.
No, Justin could, well, my God, Heather, Justin has like 1,000 people in there. I have like 1/10 of, you know.
Animals are very like, I don't know, like if you ever watch, you know, dogs that like border collies that herd sheep and stuff like that, you know, they scurry around and then they lay down. Well, they're using their eyes to put pressure on the animals. Animals don't always like spatial pressure, and you can use your eyes to do that. You can also use your physical body to create social pressure, or not social, spatial pressure. Like when somebody stands too close to you and you're like, "Ugh, get away." That's spatial pressure. So, that's a whole subject in and of itself. That's a whole nother live stream.
I have a 23-year-old cat right now.
Oh my God.
My cats live really long because I always do, like, when the vets say to put him down, I like, if they want to live, like you can tell if an animal wants to live. If they do, I'm like, if you're along for the road, I'll be there with you. And then I do like palliative care for them. And I've had so many cats live so much longer than when, you know, that's like, you got to put him to sleep. But I mean, you have to be on it. You have to give him fluids and pain meds and and all that stuff. Yeah. I don't like when chat's moving too fast either. I can't take it. It's like freaks me out.
Yeah, I'm one of those. I know the things that my dogs enjoy to do, and once they get at the point where they've lost, 60% of their enjoyment in life, then it's time to go. It's suck it up, unseen, suck it up, and they're not enjoying life anymore. So
Is someone talking about the background checks again?
Oh my God.
Well, it's pretty creepy. I mean,
Yes.
it was a pretty screwed up thing. Like, has anybody heard about that today? I mean, hold on.
Oh, I've seen plenty of, there's all kinds of subs that or not subs, but all kinds of creators
about it today.
Gotten into each other's background and contacted people, and
no, she said they were asked for. She said they were asked for.
Oh, okay.
Bonnie asked for them. Bonnie asked her for them.
Oh, okay. I don't know who Bonnie is.
I don't know who she is either, but I just know she's the person who asked for them or something. So,
yeah, but were they about herself or someone else?
No, not me. It was 7 people from the tavern, I guess, that this Bonnie person asked, right?
I don't think whoever Bonnie is, she shouldn't be asking for other people's background checks.
Does that make sense? On her live, she requested from her inner circle and then passed the info on to another creator. I don't. It's weird.
Yeah. No. That's
Heidi didn't want the. Yeah, like Bonnie asked Heidi for information so she could do a background check. Sorry, this fan is just fucking up over here.
The puppy is making me crazy. You've got your fan. I've got my puppy. But yeah, the thing with the background checks, that's creepy. Contacting people and, that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what happened.
That's creepy.
Well, didn't Bonnie say that that wasn't what happened? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what went on. I just think it's all pretty shitty to do, personally.
Yeah,
everybody. And that's the whole point of what this live was about, is just about the fact that what the hell what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Like, what is wrong with us that, like, these lives are getting hijacked, that, like, there are certain creators that all they do is just talk about hurting people. Like, it's just all people fighting and hurting people. It's like, why would you want to do that? Why do you want to be angry? Why do you want to yell? Why would you want that? I don't understand. I don't understand why anyone would want that. I don't think that would be fun. Nobody. Like, why is it fun to be mad?
Nobody.
I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, oh my God. I'm going to have to get down off this because we're just having issues here.
They just want to say hi and be on the live too. I have this fan that I don't know what it keeps doing, but it keeps fucking up.
Yeah.
Hi, Lady Autumn's. It was different in the 80s because there was the white pages. Yes. Oh my God. I have a funny white page story. Sorry. I'm just going to disconnect this thing. Sorry. Hold on.
Oliver. No. Off. Get off.
I have a funny white pages story. So, when I was in high school, we used to like prank call people, and there was a person in the white pages, honest to God, named Harry Beefeater. His name was Harry Beefeater. And so there's someone, Lady Autumn Sky, who just said she's like 20 minutes behind on 2 times speed. So in 10 minutes, hi, Lady Autumn Sky, you're going to hear this. There was a person in the white pages called Harry Beefeater. For real. No, not shitting you at all. It was Harry Beefeater. And we used to prank call him and ask him where his beef was going and all sorts of silly stuff. It was pretty crazy.
Did you know that they actually give, I don't think they can do it anymore, but they actually, because I'm really into animal behavior and stuff like that, big pigs, they love to play with phone books.
Pigs like to play with phone books?
They love to play with phone books. Yeah, they like to ruffle the paper and all kinds of stuff. So I know that was
a pig will eat a person clean.
Huh?
A pig will eat a person clean.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they'll also eat the phone book ultimately, but they like to play with the phone books. So I just thought of that because you started talking about phone books. But yeah, I'm probably going to hop down. I need to take my little puppy. I need to take him outside, and we need to play.
Well, thanks for coming up.
Yeah, thank you for listening, and thank you for giving me a platform to talk about my life experience, my perspective. So I appreciate that. And
anytime.
That's about it. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Oh, so what did happen with Erica Girardi? Because I stopped watching The Real Housewives after that, because I was just like, bitch, be gone. I didn't like her, and I didn't want to see her again. And I stopped watching. So, well, Stinson House, come up here and do your Erica Jane impersonation. God damn it. But yeah, I didn't want to watch after that. I mean, she just really made me mad. Like, really. And I didn't want to. So there's a link if anyone. Yeah, I stopped watching that season. It just made me mad, and I really like the Southern lady. What's her name? Shoot. I just did. Yeah, so before I watched YouTube, I watched Real Housewives. And I started watching YouTube because I was putting Christmas decorations away in January. And I couldn't see the TV because of where I was. So I had my phone, and I started watching YouTube, and I watched Molly. Molly was the first person I watched. And it was right before Summer Wells, I think. I think one of the first things I saw was like Dawn Wells being wasted or something like that. But that was the first thing I saw. It was quite entertaining. She doesn't have to pay them back. Oh my gosh. Okay. I want to hear all this. Okay. Hold on. Add to stream. There we go. Hello.
Hey, bitches.
What's up?
I'm back. And you bitches are very jealous of me because I'm rich. I'm beautiful. No, it's not that good this time.
Oh my God, you're awesome. I love you.
That was not good. Hold on.
Shit.
I got to clear my throat.
I got a fan problem. Okay.
Hold on. You got a fan problem. I've got a problem with my throat. That was not my best Erica Jane. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's say, who's the one she's fighting with now? Sutton.
Sutton. I love Sutton. Sutton is like my favorite. I love
Sutton. Sticks her foot in her mouth every episode, and I love her. She's not afraid to speak. Her and what's the other one? God, I just got done watching an episode.
Sutton and
the beautiful Haitian woman. What is her name?
Oh shoot, Crystal.
No, I don't like Crystal. Crystal wants problems.
All right, hold on. I'll Google it.
She's Haitian. She's also on one of those talk shows.
All right, hold on. Erica Garcelle, Lisa Vanderpump.
Garcelle.
Oh, yes, Garcelle. She's beautiful.
Yes, she is. She's Haitian.
Beautiful. Oh, she is beautiful.
Yeah.
I've been watching her for like decades as an actress, so I love. I love her perspective.
Yeah. She's awesome. She's been doing her thing long before the Real Housewives came knocking on her door.
Well, is her husband busted? Like, what happened with all that?
Okay, so Tom Girardi is in what they call it's basically a nursing home.
Yeah.
He has lost, according to Erica and some of the blogs, he has lost some of his mind, like he has dementia. He suddenly, I don't know if it's true or not. I find it interesting. He was sharp before the lawsuits, but now he can't remember any.
He was perfect before the lawsuit.
Yeah, exactly. Now he can't remember nothing. Yeah, he just can't remember nothing. And Erica defends him. She says she still talks to him.
Oh, God.
Let's see, what was the last thing? It was the ring. It was like a $12 million ring she had
Oh my God.
that the attorneys wanted her to
Over.
give over to give money to the victims of the plane crash, because she hasn't been found guilty of, but she has civil suits against her.
Well, like I just said, it might not be illegal, but it's immoral, and you're an
It-
asshole.
Right. And if you're like Erica Jane, who flaunted her wealth all over TV for how many seasons? Was it 5?
5 or 6?
Yeah. And she was very cocky about it. It's expensive to be me. You know.
How
With
many
her-
fucks can I give? How many fucks can I give? How many
How
fucks
many fucks can I get?
have? Where's my extensions? Look at my shoes.
Betcha. And then her glam team. Remember her glam squad that traveled everywhere with her?
Oh my God.
Yeah, Mikey. He's still with her.
Oh
She
my
can
God.
still afford all of that, but she will not hand over that ring.
How does she afford anything?
I know that those Real Housewives chicks are good, but they're not that good.
Well, I think some of the older ones, like Vicky, she was making like $1 million there at the end.
Yes, Vicky was. Vicky's the OG of the OC. Vicky Gumbelson. I'm Vicky Gumbelson, and I love. Oh God, what was that man's name? Oh God, who was the one who lied about having cancer?
Oh, Dawn?
Yeah, Dawn.
God, I haven't watched this in forever.
Well, Vicky got fired.
Oh, she did? Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Andy Cohen fired her.
Oh my God. See, I
wasn't even a
stopped
friend.
watching everything when I got on YouTube.
Yeah, I know, but I still make time for the Real Housewives. And speaking of, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is coming on tonight, and this is the episode about the ring. Erica and Crystal get into it about the ring.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's not going to be Sutton only this time, because Sutton's getting a dirty hand this season and last season. They blame her for everything. But Crystal, I think Crystal speaks up this season, or this episode, tonight's episode, and Erica guns for her.
I almost might have to. I just have no time. I have no time.
It's hard, I know, especially when you work.
You wouldn't believe how much time it takes to make a freaking 4-minute little dumb video.
Oh, no, I would, especially people that edit. It takes such a long time. I don't edit that well, but some of my friends on here do, and it takes what you see in 4 minutes may have took 2 days or longer for that creator.
Well,
yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to put my picture back on. I was fixing my fan. But I mean, the thing, I loved Heather Dubrow. Do you know?
I liked her too. She was very just practical.
Down to earth
she got a little bitchy at the end, but
his brother was the lead singer of Quiet Riot.
Really?
Yes.
I never knew that.
If you look at a picture, they look exactly alike.
Oh God, even the cheekbones?
Yes. Except
well,
Terry's losing a little hair too, but like he was pretty, I forget his brother's first name, but the lead singer of Quiet Riot, that's Terry's brother.
Oh, wait a minute. It seems like I do remember that. It wasn't mentioned a lot while they were on the show, but yes.
No, I want to see if I can find a picture. How do I'm trying to get off my little, there we go. Start him. I wonder if I can share a screen to find it. Share, but I have this on my screen. Just Google Terry Dubrow Quiet Riot, and you'll pull up a picture of his brother.
It'll come right up.
And it's Lisa. I didn't. Lisa was probably my favorite.
Forever. I loved Lisa.
I loved her.
I hated when she left the show. I thought, how can it go on? Yeah. And Kyle, I used to like Kyle. She is getting on my nerves. Yep. She is nothing but a shit stir. Yeah. I can't. Kyle has really disappointed me.
Yeah, she used to be the one who was like pulled it all together, and now she's just like a Lisa Rinna.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
really like. Isn't it funny that we started off talking about bullying and hate, and now we're talking about the Real Housewives who pretty much bully and hate each other? They're like,
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what they do. Well, you know what? YouTube is kind of like the Real Housewives
when
of
I
whatever.
started watching YouTube, I told my husband, like, I'm still basically watching the same thing. It's just, on YouTube.
It's just on YouTube.
Yeah. But like, we're not actresses. Like, we're not getting paid for it. Like, we're real people. Like, they're
Right.
actually, believe it or not, I know it's the Real Housewives, but they're acting a part. I mean,
Oh,
they probably
yeah,
at the end of it, like, have a glass of champs together and like da-da-da-da, and they don't
The
act that way.
producers set up most of their meetings.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're not really as much like hating on each other like that because, they're getting paid a lot of money, but like, we're real people and we're treating each other shitty just like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It can get the best of people.
I
And
don't know.
even me, I know I can come off a little harsh sometimes, but I'm really not. Like, I've been on here 3.5 years, and I've never had a falling out with any creator or my subs. I've had a pretty quiet ride on YouTube, but I've
That's
seen a
probably
lot
not
of
normal.
no,
Not usual, I guess I should say. Not normal, but not
right.
not usual.
Now, I could have easily, gotten involved in some drama, and it happens in every sector. When I tell you it is not just exclusive to this community, it's every sector of YouTube.
Well, I started watching because of the Kylie thing. I was watching like Zav Girl, and there were people doing the same little drop. Like, I didn't know what it was about or any of them, but they were basically like doing the same things that happened here. It was just different people with like something different that they were maybe talking about.
Right.
But they were doing the exact same. Why are you talking about what's up with Sunny and Cher? Do you have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Will you put it down?
Sure. Yeah. But you might not like my
well, someone asked for it. Well, I don't care.
Okay.
Unless you're an asshole, I like everything.
Oh, I'm an asshole. No,
well,
I'm joking.
Like a bigot or like that kind of asshole.
Right.
Like,
no. Mine's
basically. I love
basically
people who have different opinions from me because how am I going to learn anything if I'm just tunnel visioned into how I feel? Like,
that's very true. Yes.
Like, I live in a small town and everybody knows everybody. Like, I'm not going to learn anything like sitting here with like yes men. So we need people with different thoughts to grow and be humans, but we just need to not be assholes to each other.
That's true. That's the part that matters. We need different perspectives, but you don't have to be a jerk about it, or an asshole about it when you do it. You really don't. I love sarcasm, and and earlier I put,
roast people. I mean,
yeah, and I either roast or report, and I think that threw you off the report.
Oh, that's what. Okay, I got it now. Now
right.
I got it now. Now it makes sense.
Right. Roast or report. Right. But my channel, I don't really get on there and drag other creators. I talk about an ex-sex worker who is a now cult leader, but he's in jail right now, and he's about to go to trial for words I can't say on YouTube. You know how YouTube is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, I don't want to get off topic, but I don't really like that we can't say certain words.
I know.
Maybe certain words should be said, because when you tell someone I got AR'd, it doesn't quite have the emphasis to say how horrible it was. Right. If you say somebody raped me.
Right. You say grape. It kind of just takes away from that. I don't know. Yeah. What you just said. Yeah.
Like, we're like minimizing how bad something is. And we shouldn't be. Like, we should. No. Why are we doing that? Like,
YouTube is so strict. That's why I can't even be monetized. If I wanted to, I couldn't.
No, I don't. No. I don't want it.
And it's better this way.
Yeah.
Honestly, because you have a lot more freedom. And I notice once people get
what you want to do.
Yes.
You can be true to your art. You're not kind of cuckold cockhold,
Right.
cuckolded, whatever that word is. You know, cuckold,
Yeah, that word.
into, like, you know, some little, you know, box of, you know, having to like, you know, that
Yeah,
would
I
drive
don't
me
have to
nuts.
censor myself as much. I have
Yeah.
tons of copyright claims, but no strikes.
Yeah. I got, well, my video last week, I did it and I had so many problems, just technical errors. And I finally got it done. And I had done a video, an 80s video, and I used Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And I got a copyright claim, but not a strike. No big deal. Who cares? And so I figured, I did the You're So Vain song. And I figured, oh, I'll get a copyright claim, not a strike. No big deal. And then it blocked it. It full on just blocked me.
Oh, did they block the whole video?
Yep, they said your video can't ever be seen. So then I had to find, because I really wanted that because it needed to be the You're So Vain song. It needed to be there. So I had to find someone who did like a cover of it.
Yes.
And then I had to slow it down.
Yes. You're figuring it out.
And then it didn't get, you know, and then it went through. But the first
Yeah,
time I finally got it
figuring
out
out YouTube. That's exactly how you have to do it. You have to find a cover, usually, like you said, and then you've got to somehow edit it to where it's not exactly the same speed. It's
so they
complicated.
don't catch it. Yep. Or like the pitch or something. But yeah, I think I lowered the pitch slightly and I slowed it down so it wasn't, you know, exactly the same.
Yeah. Your videos are good, though. I've got to say, Queen OG, you are funny. God dang.
I was seeing a video the other day and I like was watching it back and I laughed and my son was like, "Did you just laugh at yourself?" And I was like, "Oh, I guess I did." And he's like, "You're an idiot."
Sometimes I laugh at my own commentary.
I didn't realize I was laughing though. He was like, "Did you just laugh at your own joke?" And I was like, "I think I did."
Yeah, I'm that person now. I laugh at my own jokes.
What did you want me to sing? Next time, sing it for us. Sing what? Happy birthday? I have a whole, you know, one thing that I really would love to have in life that I don't is a good singing voice. I really, if I could have something that I don't, I would love to be able to sing and sing well, because I can sing and I do sing quite often in the car when the radio is on, right, to the angst of everyone else in the car. But I don't sing well. I'm like total no pitch.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Instead of finding a song and play, no one will watch my videos if I played it. I'm horrible.
My son, he's so talented. He plays guitar. I'm like, I can't sing. I can't play an instrument. Like everyone around me is blessed musically, but myself, I'm just not. I love music. That's it.
I was in drum corps. I was in color guard. I did flags and rifle. So, and it is Robin Lennon's birthday, is tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, I think.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday tomorrow. Why are our kids so mean to us? I get beat up by a toddler every day. My kids have not gotten mean to me yet.
Mine never was. Now, he roasts me a lot, but that's kind of our thing, you know, but he's never been mean to me.
Yeah, I have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old. And they haven't.
Oh my God.
I know. I started late. I'm 50. So.
Oh, wow. You don't look 50.
Well, thanks.
Well, not that that's even really, I mean, come on. What do they say? It's like the new 30 now or something? I don't know. Well,
I remember when I was 20 and what I thought of a woman who was 50 would be like, you know, you're done. You know,
like a grandma.
Have, like the haircut that they all have, you know.
Oh God, yes, those
and
haircuts.
Like no way you could ever be like a sexual being. Not that I'm a sexual being, but you know, you were like a grandma then. Like you had the hair and
hang it up.
Dowdy. You know, you could never be like anything more than that. You know,
right?
So I would have like not that I'm, you know, but like I still have hair and you know. I didn't cut it all off yet. My grandmother actually said that she's like, you haven't cut your hair off yet. I'm like, I'm never going to.
No, I'm not going to. My son begs me. He's like, please do not become one of those moms when you get a certain age that you get that. He calls it a Karen cut.
A Karen cut.
Yeah.
I think like,
or that soccer mom look.
No, my hair's my jam. I got to have my hair.
Yeah. Yeah. I love my hair. I'm the same way. I have naturally curly hair, so a lot goes into mine. So
I
Yeah,
always wished I had curly hair. We all isn't that the way? We always want what we don't
we
have.
always want what we don't have.
I always wanted curly hair, and I did in the '80s. I had perms. I had the girl mullet. I had a perm.
Oh yeah, I remember those. My mom came home with one, and I was so pissed off. I was like, "Mom, what did you do to your hair?" And then she had that feathery thing at the front.
The mullet, the girl mullet.
Yeah, and she had beautiful jet black curly hair. Well, somewhat curly. And she'd come home. I'll never forget it. And just like everything was different. It's like my mom didn't walk through the door. It was some
like,
lady with a mullet bossing me around.
Well, here's a funny story. So I'm Italian, and actually, I'll get you a picture of my Hold on. My family is. Everyone's always like, "Oh, are you from Rome because you're blonde?" It's like, no, I'm straight up Sopranos.
Sopranos, I love it.
That's my grandfather. That's straight up Sopranos, right?
God, it is, isn't it?
And here's a funny story. So when I was younger, like my mom, we used to go over to my grandparents' house on the weekend. And so I'd be hanging out on a Saturday, and he'd always say, let's go to the club for a shot and a beer. And so, me and him, we'd go like 2 p.m. on a Saturday or whatever, and we'd go to the club. And it was a brick building with no windows, and it had a metal door, and he would knock, and the guy would open the thing, and he would say, Mr., big Italian last name. And we'd walk in, and he would have a shot and a beer, and I would have a Shirley Temple. And I remember one time they had, these mirrored walls and a pool, and I was a ballerina. And I said, oh, can I go up there and dance? And like some other like grandfather there was like, and my grandfather was like, say that again, and I'll put you in a river with boots. I mean, and I didn't really understand any of that until I watched The Sopranos, and I saw the Bada Bing, and I was like, my grandfather took me to the Bada Bing. Like I went to the fucking Bada Bing, man. Like that was the Bada Bing.
Oh, he was about that life.
Well, I'm East Coast Italian, so what does that tell you?
Or shout out to the East Coast.
But so here was the story that I was originally going to tell until I went to, the Sopranos thing. But so my mom, she in the 80s, she had short, jet black, curly hair, like the perm, the short perm. And so in the 80s, of course, everyone got really tan. And so I remember we went to Disneyland, and my mom was really, really tan, exceptionally tan. And she had short, black, curly hair, and she had brown eyes. And here I am, blue eyes, white hair, because it's the summer. So my hair was like white. And some guy basically came up to her and said, how did a black woman get such a white child? They thought she was African-American because she was so tan in the hair. And I just like, that was probably so horrible of me to say. Was that racist to say? I don't even know.
God,
but,
no.
I mean, that's
No.
And what kind of perm she had. I mean, that's a perm. But
That's
I got
a perm. That's not really 3C hair.
But that my whole family is they're all Sopranos all the way. Jet black
That's
hair.
awesome. Do you ever go back to the East Coast to visit?
I try not to.
Oh, really? You try not to?
I haven't been back in a long time, especially since COVID. I haven't been back in a long time. So,
oh, man. Yeah. Traveling isn't the best.
No,
right
I'm
now.
not a big traveler. I'm kind of like a homebody too.
I am too. I love home. I love home.
Do too. I mean, I have what I want here, and I don't need anything else. I just like
exactly. My husband, I tell him all the time, do you know how lucky you got with me? That I'm not one of those that want to go out to a bar every night.
Oh, exactly.
My idea of fun is when I come home from work after I've taken a shower, cleaned house, whatever I do, is sitting on the couch and watching my shows.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm a homebody.
Yep, I prefer to be at home.
Yeah, my husband, he used to be in hospitality, and it would be funny. He'd come home on like a Saturday night, and he'd want to just stay home, and I would want to go out, because he had been like, and I would be like, let's go out and party, and he'd be like, no. But since I had kids,
oh God, yeah, definitely having kids will change that.
Someone said it's because of me they found Shorty's panel. Oh my God.
They found Shorty's. Has
Bubba
Shorty been
said, I was
discovered?
funny that I found Shorty's panel that night where I was thought to be a troll, so I jumped on. She just stream up.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that they actually found her like today.
Oh, no.
I was
no
like,
one
God,
knows where she is. No one knows where she is. No one's heard
I
from her.
think she done the right thing. If I was her, I would probably just stay off the internet too.
Yeah. Well, you know, I know, you know, they're like, there's one faction, like Purple thinks she should get back on so she can make money to pay people, but I don't think people would be receptive to that.
I
and
don't
obviously she's
either.
gone. I mean, she's gone.
But for Purple, this is like 4 more months of content.
Yeah.
So she's good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't get
But
into that.
we will or won't.
Won't.
No, we won't. Oh, okay. I'll do it.
Oh, you can get, I'm joking, but like, yeah, I know. Yeah. Like that's, you know, and I don't know if you're here, we were talking about that earlier. Like, what's the point of keep bringing it up? Like,
Oh, yeah. I was listening. Yeah. I don't understand. It's like, you know, if she did all these things that, you know, Purple is, and other people are upset about, rightfully so, maybe her disappearing act was probably for the best.
yeah.
I mean,
I don't think anyone, I mean, why would you want her here? I mean,
right. Yeah. I mean, unless she came back to, you know, right her wrongs or whatever. Y'all don't come at me. I'm just
very, what's the word? You know what I mean? She'd really have to look for retribution, like big time.
And believe it or not, people are actually very forgiving if you come correct, but you do have to come correct. Yeah.
I mean, we are, as much as we're like this cancel society now, I mean, I think everybody loves a good comeback story. You know? They do. And we love to forgive people and see them get up. So I'm sure if she came back and she was contrite and she apologized and she, you know, she said, you know, I'm here to, you know, all my money will go to, you know, it could work, but you know, I don't know. I don't know if someone from Jersey can do that anyway.
Right. But yeah, you're right. I mean, if she came with that attitude, probably it may take people a while to kind of warm back up to her. But if she's not going to do that, probably the best thing is to just stay off the internet. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to think about the whole situation. I was never close to her. I mean,
right. Me either.
Like, so I don't really know a lot about it, but I mean, you have to think like this isn't her first rodeo, right?
No, it can't be. No.
I mean, she's probably done this somewhere else. You know, she's probably been doing this, you know, on paper first and, you know, in different
and probably other social media. Yeah.
So she's probably on the internet somewhere. Like maybe it's another YouTube community, maybe it's TikTok. I mean, I don't know. So she's probably somewhere. I mean,
I've seen them do it before. They get called out in a certain community. They go into hiding. They'll pop back up in another one. And believe it or not, even though YouTube is this big place, it's actually small. Somebody somewhere will recognize you and they'll be like, hey, aren't you Shorty from Jersey?
Yeah.
And she owes some people some money.
She's very distinct, you know. I mean, you know, she has a voice and, you know, like she's not going to like sweep under the rug. So I don't know. I mean, you know, like if she came back totally contrite and like, I'm here and all my money will go to the victims, I think then she would be welcomed. But
I think so.
You have to really like go for it. Like, really
and just really, you know, mean it when you say you're sorry, no excuses, nothing. Just, damn it, I did it. I was wrong. I was in a bad place. I needed money.
Now, the more time goes on, it's not going to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
all right, Miss Queen OG. Sorry about my Erica Jane impression. Was not that.
I loved it. I loved it. And you know what? I think I'm going to start recording it again and try to watch it.
Good. Maybe me and you can do a little for the people that like the Real Housewives. Maybe we can break down a show or two.
Ooh, that would be fun. Commentate. I always love when they commentate. I always love
those are my favorite channels.
That would be fun. Roast them.
Yeah.
Roast those bitches.
Oh yeah, and don't hold back. Actually,
Oh, no.
go in. Okay.
All
All
right,
right,
bye, my
Miss
dear.
Queen. It was good talking to
It
you,
was good talking to you.
and I'll
It's much
see you
better
later.
when there's someone up here and you're not talking by yourself.
Oh, I know. It took me a while to get used to that, doing it by myself. It really did. It was like I felt like I was just talking to dead air.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
I had to remember, no, there's actually people in the chat and they're listening. Get with it.
Yeah. Because I think I only came to YouTube in March, and I think I've been on panel 2, maybe 3 times in the last month. So this was kind and you know,
Well, I
Hopi
gotta
was
say, you're
supposed to
doing
be
pretty
here.
good. Your
We were,
sound is good.
we were
Your
going to do it
background.
on her channel. Like originally, we were going to do it on her channel, and then I was like, she's like, well, why don't you do it? Because you don't know how to do it. And so like, so I was just kind of here like, oh, I thought someone else was going to be here. I don't know what I'm doing.
You did it. You did really well. Your sound, everything is good. You know how to keep a conversation going. You're doing great. Keep
I
going.
am a chatty Cathy. If there's one
Well,
thing I
then
can
you
do,
are
I can
meant for
talk.
YouTube.
I can talk to anybody, anywhere, anytime.
Well, then you'll do just fine. I have no doubts.
Well, it's good talking to you, my love.
You too. Talk to you later.
All right, everybody. What are we going to talk about next? So I'm probably only going to be here for another maybe 15 minutes because my kids get home from school soon, and I have to cuddle with my kitties because I love them. I love my boys. I'm a boy mom. Everyone asked, after we had our first, and it was a boy, and then everyone said, oh, do you want a girl now? And I was like, no. I don't want girls. I never wanted girls. I only wanted boys. And I knew what I was like as a girl. And I figured that if I had a girl, God would pay me back for every shitty thing I ever did growing up. So I didn't want a girl. But I don't know. If I had girls, I don't know if any of you are on one of the lives 2 times ago, I was talking about how I was infertile and I was never gonna have kids and da. So I would have taken anything I could get. If I had a kitten come out of my hoochie, I would have been like, woohoo, I had a baby, So I would have taken anything, but I really wanted boys. I really I'm a boy mom. I'm a guy's girl. I've never been the girly girl and I don't know, maybe I look girly, but I'm not really girly. I like to fix things and work with lighting and plumbing and computers and stuff like that. So, yeah. Oh, those are my kids' computers. So my kids are not spoiled at all. So they each have gaming computers, and they each have 3 monitors. And the middle one is what is that? Alienware. They have an Alienware monitor is the middle one. And I don't know if you can see. That's one son's. So he's got the 3 there. And then he's got his little microphone and everything. And then the other one is over there. And he's got 3 monitors too. So that's their little setup. No, they're not spoiled at all. It's funny. Hopi... The first time we did it, Hopi asked me if it was a green screen because she thought it was some office background. I'm like, no, that's my kid's stuff. I was the first person. Oh, Bubblegum and I popped our cherries together. We popped our YouTube cherries together. Oh, I saw that you were having a grandbaby coming soon, just done. That's so awesome. My friend, I don't know how he did it. I think he's 45, but he just had a baby. I can't imagine starting all over right now. No, he's maybe 48. I don't know, but I can't imagine starting over right now. Changing a diaper, no. Staying up late, no. But he has I think he just turned a year. It's maybe 13 months. But he came over yesterday and he is so cute. He looks like the Marshmallow Man. He doesn't have an elbow. He just has gush right there because he's so chubby and everything like that. Oh, my mucus plug. I get bad allergies. And it's people don't realize it, but the drier it gets, the more mucus you get. I'm going to blow my nose, but the more, because your body compensates. So you get more stuffy the drier it is. And right now, I think we're at like 10% humidity. It's dry here. And I mean dry. It's bad. I'm going to go blow my nose. I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to blow my honker right now because I'm all like, see, that was the worst sound in the world, wasn't it? That was absolutely disgusting. Hold on. Okay. I'm all better now. I blew my nose. I blew my honker. Yeah, when it gets really dry, the drier it gets, the more you were talking about a pregnancy plug. That's funny. No, but I am very stuffy today. I thought you were talking about me because in the beginning I was really stuffy and I blew my nose and that was better. So I thought you were talking about my nose, but see, you can take chat the wrong way. That's what I was talking about earlier. Like when Unseen was in here, we both read the same content. And like, I read it just as like you guys saying like, yeah, you like started a rumor and you got to take what you get afterwards. And she got really upset about it because, we took it the different ways. And I mean, going back to the whole bullying thing. Oh yeah. Those channels make a lot of money. Those gaming channels, my kids watch those. But yes, coming full circle, as it's almost 2, so I've got like 10 more minutes. Coming full circle as we end our stream. It's like Romper Room. I see Robin and Tara, Nicolina. It's like come full circle. So coming full circle at the bullying, like, yeah, I mean, that's part of it. We read something in a text and the person gets super bunged up and hurt about it. And then this one spouts off and then this one spouts off and it just goes and goes and goes. But I do think a lot of people are a little too sensitive, right? I mean, I think there almost needs to be like, Nicolina, you are a bully. You're a bully bitch. I'm a bully too. You're a bully. You're a bully. You're a bully. Give them out the bully awards. Everybody's a bully today. Discount on bully awards, $5.99. You can have a bully. But now I forgot what I was saying. Damn it, Nicolina. You made me lose my place. Fuck. But yes, we are too sensitive. There almost needs to be like when you start a YouTube channel, you have to like check some boxes and it's like, am I too sensitive? Like there, you almost should have to go through something, right? Like, they give you a test, like you have to sit there and someone belittles you. And then if you can handle it, you can have a channel or something like that. Because if you're too sensitive, it's not going to work. I mean, yeah, circle jerks are bullies. I've been called a bully in a hate channel, and it's like, I mean, like I have someone who thinks I hate them, and I don't give a shit because I don't care. It's like I don't hate you, I don't know you, not a hate channel, don't hate anybody, like don't. But it's like, but that's where we are today. If you have a litmus test, that's what it is. If you have an opinion different from someone else, you might be a bully. Like they should be a show like that. Wasn't there a show like that? Like that was that one comedian, Jeff. If you have an opinion different from someone, you might be a bully. If you let people, like, something like that, like if you voice your opinion, you might be a bully. If you stand up and say what you mean, you might be a bully. Like all these things, like you might be a bully just by doing nothing. Yep, we're all bullies. Everyone's a bully. You know what? I have a feeling that the majority of people here have been told that they're a bully. Because if you're here, you're probably a lot like me, which means you probably are just like, say it like it, you mean it, and then you're a bully. Then you're a bully. Then you're a bully, right? I was called out for being 53. I remember one of my first videos, like, I had my little hat on and someone was like, you're 65. Like, I mean, I've gotten some of the Jeff Foxworthy. That's right. I bully everybody. No, only one person thinks I only well, two, I guess. Only really. I haven't heard from Hopi today at all. But she was up. I went to bed at 4, so that was 10 hours ago. So 10 hours ago, I know she was up. So yeah, if you have your own opinion, you're a bully. But crap. Now I can't remember what I was talking about. God damn it. Damn it. Now I forget what I was talking about. What was I talking about? So before I said, oh, I know what I was talking about. There's only one person who really thinks that I'm a bully and a hate channel, and they think I hate them. And it's the only person that I've never done a video on. I've never spoken of them. And they think it's like, I don't know. I don't get it. If you're a sheep, you're not accepted. Is Robin, are you moving to Hershey? I grew up on the East Coast, so I've been to Hershey, Pennsylvania. I've been to the chocolate factory, and I've eaten chocolate there. Well, traders amongst, I don't know if I've seen you before. And I don't say it like, I hate when people say that. I've never seen you here before. Let's see. You want to be a bully? Just have an opinion. Just voice an opinion. And I guarantee you will be a bully. Well, that's what I said in my video. Like, the bullies, like, the people who are the real bullies call the people they bully a bully. It's like, you're really bullying me, but you're calling me a bully. It's like Jedi mind trick. Like, yeah, like I had a bully when I was in high school, and she used to follow me everywhere, and she would like be outside of class, and I'd get outside of class, and she'd like, say mean things to me. And I'd go to the mall, and she'd meet me at the mall and be there trying to fight me. And one day I got off the bus, and she was there at my bus stop with all of her friends, like all ready to fight me. And she was like, we're going to fight. So finally, like, we fought, and I punched her, and I happened to get like right here in this area right here is really thin, and it's easy to bleed. And so I punched her, and she bled. She had to get stitches, and there was a lot of blood, and no one ever touched me after that. So that was that. But yeah, like that, like bullies, like you go into the bathroom and you didn't know if someone might be there to like punch you in the face. Like that was a bully. They followed you. They went to you. Like the definition of a bully is someone who seeks out a vulnerable person to terrorize them. Seeks out. Bullies go to you, not you watch my video and come to me. Like I go to you. Like I'm not going to anybody. Like I'm not making you watch me. Like how is me making a video bullying anybody? Like that's what pisses me off. Like how is someone a bully channel? How are we bullying anyone? You don't have to see it unless you come here. So how is me saying something about someone else bullying them? Like maybe I'm saying something you don't like, but that's not me bullying you. I might be an asshole. I might say rude, mean things. I don't, but like, even if I did, I might be an asshole, but I'm not a bully. Like a bully would put stuff on your page, like write comments or whatever, send things to your house. Like I'm not doing that. I'm over here doing my thing that you don't have to see unless you come to me. So I'm not bullying you. I might just be a rude asshole over here. But I do worry about kids. Like the Kylie thing. Okay. Put a 2 in the chat. No, put a 1 in the chat if you think it was an accident. If you don't think it's an accident, don't do anything. If you think it's an accident, put a 1 in the chat. Yeah. I think because Sammy said that thing where she said we had the friendly fights, and she said like, oh, we were doing our friendly fights, and Anna thinks it was it could be an accident, but I don't know. She retracted it. I find it hard to think it is an accident, because that thing that Sammy said, she said, well, we had our friendly fights, and sometimes people even fight about who won the fight. And then she said, but not this time. Sometimes people even fight over who won the fight, but not this time. Like just the way that she said it and just her being, she just seems to me like this person who was really jealous of pretty little Kylie. And she would be the type to be like, hey, let's be friends. Let's drink. Punch her in the face, kind of thing. It could be an accident, but I don't know if the facts, I mean, if it is an accident, it's an accident. I mean, it's a tragic accident, but I mean, just the way it's playing in my mind is that there was a fight at the end of the night and something happened and she died. And I don't know if it was intentional or like she OD'd, but somehow something happened and she died. And maybe she died the next day, but something happened and like she didn't drive in there. She didn't just drive in there. I am like 99.9% sure she did not drive her car in there. She was not drunk and she did not drive in there. That is not how she got there. That's not how she got there. And there's no way she's in the back. Like she's in the back. Like she couldn't have floated in the back. I mean, she was put there. Who put her there? I mean, it could have been an accidental death, but like in that way, but I don't think she drove her car in the river there. Like, no way. Like, I don't think so. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I went down the rabbit hole on it one night. I was looking for everything and anything. It's just like, I don't know. I just like want to know. You're putting the tree. Yeah. Yeah. The report. So November 1st, the report comes out and then I guess we'll know everything, but how do they know that the report can come out on November 1st? Right? Like, are they done? Are they already done? Like, I mean, how do they know? Like, do they already, is that why Sammy has a criminal defense attorney? Because they're already like, okay, we're pressing charges to you and da-da-da, and we're going to have a trial and da-da-da, and it's all mapped out. And it's just like, okay, and the report will be out November 1st. I don't know. But I do wonder who were the two people in the car that the Nick guy saw, because his car has a camera. So he said they pull up nose to nose, and there's a dash cam that he has that does video and audio, and it's for his protection and their protection. But there is a video that is now in FBI custody that shows her car and a girl and a guy, see him, hear him, see him moving weirdly, asking questions about seatbelts. Who are those kids? Who is it? Kylie and Jagger? Is it Sammy and Jagger? Is it Sammy and Nick? I mean, that video, I think, tells it all. If we could see that video, and the AWP people, because they've been on and said stuff like, there's a lot more of the video that you didn't see, and if things go a certain way, we have several videos lined up. That they pulled out a picture and said, "Is this the girl you saw?" And Kylie, is this? So that they know what two people were at that car, and based on who it was, that tells everything. I mean, it was definitely her car. I mean, I've seen interviews with AWP, and it was her car, and they know who the guy and the girl is. And he's insinuated, I mean, their insinuations are that she was murdered and it was Sammy and Jagger. Like, every time I see them on, whatever's interviews, that they insinuate that. I mean, read between the lines. So I don't know. But I need to go get my kids. So I need to get off. But clip that. I need to get off. But I wanted to thank all of you for being here, because this was my first live and it was really fun. And that was like, thank you all for being here, because I couldn't have done it without you. No, but I couldn't have done it without you. Because you got, I'm only one person. You guys are the majority. You guys make or break it. That's why I hate when people when the mods are just timing out and hiding, because the chat is what makes a live. I am one person saying one thing, and At one point, there were 110 people in here saying completely different things. You guys are what directs the chat, and you guys are what make the chat good or bad, because you guys are the majority saying what you have to say. And I'm just reading it and doing what I do based off on you. So you guys are the chat. So you guys need to make your voices heard. And if you don't like the bullshit going on, and you don't like the drama and the hate and the things being said over and over again, stand up here for yourself and just say, fuck it. You know, I know we all like drama, but maybe we don't watch. Maybe we all have watch parties and there's like 50 of us watching as one person. So, you know, I don't know. But you guys are good and you guys made this. So thank you. I am very blessed to have all of you, because I mean, I have no intention of ever being monetized. I'm not here for money. I'm not here for clicks. I'm not here for views. I would rather have 10 people who love me than a million people who don't give a shit. So I'm here to just have fun and do something that you like and put out good stuff and have a good time. So thank you guys for being you. And I got to do it. What am I going to do? I got to do it. Bye. Peace out. Now, I should have gone right then. Like, that would have been good, like mic drop, but I can't find my little mouse to sign off. So anyway, thanks, you guys. Bye.